Welcome everyone to Enshrouded. So happy to have you all here. I see a bunch of questions already in the YouTube chat. So I'll just do a quick intro to today. This is a new stream for me. Usually I just do gameplay, but today I'm so excited for Enshrouded that I figured it'd be fun to do a review Q&A discussion stream on the game. And yeah, just talk about some stuff because I have a lot of comments on my previous live streams from the demo of Enshrouded. Lots of questions and things. So yeah, we're gonna go over a lot of stuff today. Hopefully you guys can hear and see me okay. And we're trying face cam again. It's been a while. And I'm also trying multi-streaming today, so we are live on Twitch as well. So I have no idea what to expect. I was just kind of getting ready and testing a whole bunch of stuff. So, so let me know if you all can see and hear me, and I'll start going over some questions here. Yeah, it looks like we're up and good. All right. So first question in the chat from Isaac: the GPU requirements. All good on YouTube, Isaac? Thanks. Awesome. I appreciate that. All right. How's it going, Aurelius? Welcome. All right. So GPU requirements for the game are currently, I have the Steam page pulled up, and it currently says 6 gigabytes of video RAM right now, which could definitely confuse some people because yeah, people like Isaac, I know you yeah, you're about to sink $300 into the game and you want to see what it actually needs. Yeah, totally. So initially the requirement was 6 gigabytes of video RAM, and that was for the demo and the closed beta as well. But they are really trying their best to get it down to 4 gigabytes of video RAM for early access. And it is not 100% confirmed, but that has been their priority. They've been talking all about that in the Discord. So that's the hope for sure. I and Isaac and many other people are one of many in the 4 gigabytes of video RAM group. So they definitely have a lot of people in there. Right now I have my desktop and that has plenty of RAM, but I have a little tablet that I will use for traveling and making videos and stuff that only has 4. And yeah, it'd be great if they got it down to 4. They are adding DLSS 2 to the game, so it'll be running nice and smooth with RTX and everything. So I'm super excited for that. And welcome Daga and Sheesh. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Got my Enshrouded t-shirt on today that I won in the closed beta. I'll show you guys that. It's just got the little logo here and then the back of it. Got a nice design. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I have the, let's see. Yeah, I do have the image pulled up for my the closed beta build that I won for the closed beta build competition. So that was a fun time. That was a fun time. But I definitely cannot wait. Cannot wait. All right. What will be your first build in Enshrouded? Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, let me try to do them in order so I don't miss some of the first ones, but I will go over that. Looking good, sheesh. Awesome. Yeah. All right, so we have a question here. Is it definitely releasing on the 24th? I answered that in chat a bit, but basically 99.9% sure that yes, it will be releasing on the 24th. We obviously don't know. They could choose to switch something up like last minute, but it would certainly not be in their best interest to do so. So yeah, it is January 24th and approximately 1 day and 17 hours. So y'all can wishlist it. I have a link in the description if you want to go check out the Steam page and wishlist Enshrouded. But yeah, super exciting. And then the Steam page also has the link to their Discord server and Twitter or X or whatever, and all of that stuff. So y'all can have a lot more info there and be in the discussions and everything. So yeah. All right, and then Real Nerd Ethan, you want to host a server for your friends? Will it be available on the 24th? That is a great question, and I have some stuff pulled up regarding that. So if we go over to just GTX Gaming, I was just doing a little bit of a quick search because you asked your question earlier, which was great. So these guys will have it on the 24th. They have their little countdown here till when it will be available. So and you can already pre-order your Enshrouded server. They'll probably be a little bit buggy to start out with, I'd imagine, unless these guys are already like partnering with Keen Games to try and get a like server hosting going, and they're already testing all of that right now, which I don't know about. So if they are, great, but if they're not, you know, you might have like a day or two leeway between these guys as well as other Enshrouded surfing or server hosting services. So yeah, it should work. Most of them should be out on the day of release, available to start hosting, and at least, you know, a few weeks after for some other ones, depending on what server hosting provider you like. So like, I don't know if Gportal or other servers are gonna be as fast as GTX in getting it out, but we'll just have to see. All right, let's see. More questions. What do we have? Let me scroll through chat here again. All right, so yeah, that's the server hosting, and feel free to ask more on that. Hopefully I covered what you wanted. All right, first build in Enshrouded. So probably a starter house. Probably a starter house, if we're being perfectly honest. The first, like, fully big anticipated build, I could share some of my thoughts on that. But yeah, we will be starting episode 1 of the Enshrouded playthrough probably on Wednesday, the 24th. I will be up and at 'em, downloading the game as fast as I can and getting that episode out, which will be super exciting. And yeah, and then we'll just get started, do some exploration, get started with a starter house that I'll hopefully make pretty nice, probably similar to my beta starter house, something like that. And if not, you know, I'll kind of do that, but then eventually I'd love to find like an awesome location to do the full like Hobbit house village in like a forest on the hillside with like a fortress on the top of a mountain, big mines, and like a medieval village with farming and stuff in the meadows down below. So that would be a lot of fun. It's a really big dream project, you know, but it's just something we could like extend out through the rest of the channel, you know, big dreams for the future kind of a thing once the playthrough starts continuing, because the building in this game is obviously absolutely amazing. All right, we got PJZ gonna take heavy inspiration from that winning build of yours. Oh, awesome. All right. As someone who's dying for the double jump or the blink, how does the skill tree work? I know you hop around, but those look gated. So yeah, the skill tree, it's pretty much a generic skill tree like any other classic RPG game. You kind of have different directions. I'm wondering if I could pull up like a image of it actually for you guys. Let's see here. If I have I actually did take a screenshot of the skill tree. Hang on a second. Let me put it in here. Let's see. Let's go to here, and I'm just going to replace this image of my starter house with the skill tree here so I can explain it a little bit better. Right. Let's do this one. All right, can you guys see that? This is a screenshot of the Enshrouded skill tree from the demo, anyway. So we basically have like different directions, and some of it is cut off. But we have the like ranger direction, the mage, you've got warrior and stuff like that. And you basically can kind of choose where you get skill points by doing combat and stuff like that. So then you'll get the skill points to be able to spend toward these different skills. And then, yeah, you'll be able to unlock, like, here's the double jump one and other stuff. You know, I'm not going to give away, like, too many spoilers on any of this stuff yet. But yeah, it's pretty classic, which is nice. You know, they kept it simple. They kept it good. But yeah, definitely a good skill tree. All right, we are getting lots of chat. Cozy, pumped for this game. Heck yeah. Super fun. Plan on streaming, playing with friends on day one. Heck yeah. All right. You hope your gaming laptop can play this game? Yeah, so that's what I was going over right in the beginning. They're hoping to get it down to 4 gigabytes of video RAM from the 6 gigabytes that it is currently for early access. So that's a big hope for a lot of us, and I think they will because that's what they've been spending lots of time doing. So yeah, optimization should be pretty good there. All right. So let's see. Everything else. Thanks for the info. I see on the site in the FAQ, they say we'll be able to self-host. Yes, you will be able to self-host. It will be similar to Valheim in that sense. And even just in your single-player worlds, I tested it out with a few friends of mine in the demo of Enshrouded, and it worked really, really well. It was super smooth. It's just like, you know, you can have a server that you can self-host as like a dedicated server, and you can also just host your single-player world and have... And the demo was 8 players, but they're hoping to have it up to 16 players for early access. So that is super exciting, and it is definitely an amazing game to play with your friends. That is for sure. All right. I know G-Port and GTX both allow pre-order. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Eddie. How much will the game be? Assassin's Creed fan. All right, yeah. The game price is something that is still unknown. It is going to be under $50. That is something that the devs were confirming there in their Discord server. But right now they basically have the price that will be releasing the day of. That's just what their marketing team has decided. I obviously did not have a part in that. So yeah, but they are not going to be pricing it like a AAA game or anything. So their hope is under $50. A lot of people are guessing around the $30 mark ish, 30 to 40 bucks maybe. They do say that it'll be more expensive on full release, so you will be getting a discount if you order during early access period. And of course they'll have sales and stuff like any other game periodically. So yeah, that's all we know of price as of now. All right, let's see here. The developer said they specifically partner with G-Portal. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so they are partnering with some of the server hosting companies then probably. So they should have this all like up and running probably the day of. It'll obviously, you know, go to mass testing for the public and stuff, but so I'm expecting some bugs for dedicated server hosters. But yeah, we'll see. That'll be cool. What am I most looking forward to in Enshrouded? Honestly, the building. I absolutely love cozy survival building games, so that is that is definitely something there. Yeah, I'd say hands down the building. It also has great RPG elements that I'm looking forward to. Lots of adventure, a cool storyline, a cool concept for the game in general. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we've also got a question in the Twitch chat, or a comment, I should say. And welcome there. The skill tree is kind of similar to Path of Exile. Yeah, okay. I have not played that game, but yeah, it's a pretty generic skill tree. Pretty common. I think a lot of games are fairly similar to it. All right, let's see here. Yep, they've got the ninja. Yep, sheesh, definitely. Yep, PoE skill tree for sure. All right. Oh yeah, and Woz, with a question. You don't say the current demo. Is there one? There is no demo. The demo ended a few months ago. It was just for like a long weekend that we were able to play the demo. So yeah, now it is just early access, which is releasing in 1 day and 17 hours. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for the sub. All right. How's it going, Dwayne? Welcome. Or under 50, they mean $49.99. It very well could be $49.99, and it would technically be under 50. I highly doubt they'd do something like that, though. Yeah, they initially weren't even going to say under 50, but so many people were asking in the Discord because I take it a lot of game companies don't usually do this marketing method of announcing the price the day of. Which I guess I could see why they want to go that route. But I think the big thing is like a lot of people are like planning for the games, you know, they're saving up for like, okay, what games are they wanting to do for the coming year and everything. So it's kind of on a lot of people's mind for sure. The fact that they haven't announced a price. But yeah, all we know is under 50 and they don't want to price it like a AAA game. So we'll see. Yeah. You're a fighter, so that skill tree will be your friend. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, in the demo, I always rushed double jump, and same thing in the closed beta. Double jump was an amazing one to have for so many reasons in that game. But there's so much cool stuff. There's like even one that they've showed in their trailers and stuff too, of where you can have like an extra boost with the glider kind of a thing. So when you're flying down, and then you can press a button to like get an extra boost in height for the glider. There's all sorts of cool stuff. So simple skill tree that does really cool stuff. All right. Do I have a server I'm going to set up for it? Oh, that's a great question. I very well might. I currently have a Valheim community server for my channel members, and any of you wanting to join that, you can obviously just hit the join button or go to my Patreon in the description and click the bronze membership. But I may very well add an Enshrouded server. I'm gonna wait a bit just to kind of let it run its course and make sure I know all about the hosting. And I think someone in my Discord server is actually Eddie. I think it was you. Right? If you're Isaac or not? No. If you're Kaz in the Discord server, yeah, one of you was gonna try to do a test host and see how it works in my Discord server. So. I'd obviously want to accept a ton of people, but if any of you are interested to try the hosting and stuff, feel free to join the Discord server, and I'm sure one of us will at least test it, and then yeah, I may very well create a community server for that as well. All right. Yeah, for you, $49.99 is a deal breaker. Yeah, exactly. For some people, the price isn't as big a deal. But for some people, it's just really good to know it ahead of time and actually be able to budget in for something. Is the map fixed in this game or randomly generated? Brutlex, great question. The map in this game is fixed, so it's not procedurally generated, which could have its ups and downsides, but I think for a game like Enshrouded, it's actually really upside that they chose to go that route. Because they spent so much time handcrafting the map, and it is still plenty big. Don't worry. I know I got some comments on some of my shorts of like the max build height of being able to see the edge of the map, but that was because I was all the way on the edge of the map, so it looked kind of small from there. But it's huge. It is huge, and with the new biomes they're adding for early access that we didn't have access to in the demo, it's going to be plenty big. But because it's handcrafted, you're going to have the benefit of having it be the same in all your worlds. So like say you find a really cool building location and you want your friend to be able to find that in their world, you can tell them where it is, do awesome collaborations on building, and just the general care that's taken into building the map is in general an upside for me. I think, procedural generation is really cool in the right scenario, but I think it'll be fun having the well built map and stuff. They may end up doing like procedural trees or something down the road, but I don't think so. All right, yeah, the gliding looks fun. Heck yeah. It is. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. All right. And yeah, Isaac, it was Eddie who's gonna try the dedicated server. Awesome. Okay. Been watching your build videos, great content. Super excited for the 24th. Heck yeah. Thanks for the support. Yeah, it's such an exciting day. I can't wait for it. That's why I figured like, yeah, let's do a stream. Let's kind of like share what to expect a bit, and then we can really get started on the 24th with more awesome Enshrouded content starting to play through. And I'll kind of touch on that a bit, but right now we're getting lots of great questions in the chat, so that's what we'll do for a bit. You'd pay 50 for it. Surprised it'll be under that. Yeah. I mean, it's based on the demo and the beta. So like if I didn't get to play those, it would be like, oh, is it going to be 50 or something? That's a little expensive. But because I got to play the demo and the beta and get a sense of the game, I am like, that's why I'm so stoked for it. Because, you know, it's not going to come around the bend as like, oh gosh, this was not what I was expecting. You know, having had an open demo that they did, that was such a great plan on their part. A lot of people got to experience it and like be ready for what to expect, which is really great. It's definitely a really great game. Questing would be a pain without a fixed map. Exactly. That's another great point. If they had procedural generation, in some games it's done really, really well, like Valheim. Valheim is kind of the, you know, overarching survival game there. But like the recent game I played, Return to Moria on the channel, I just finished the last episode of that, by the way, if any of you want to check out that series. But yeah, their procedural generation was a bit wonky. It was a bit outdated. It was sometimes locations, like key locations, just didn't show up, and you had to like find a different seed or a different world just to get what you're trying to get. So yeah, it can be really buggy if it's not done right. So that's a great point. The quest system is going to be awesome in this game because of the fixed map. Looking forward to this. Heck yeah. All right. Are there any materials to build with besides wood and stone? Well, that's a great question. There currently, someone actually did a video in the demo of all of the blocks that we could find in the demo, but there will be, so like the demo I think had, I'd like to say like 20 different blocks that you could build with. And then early access will only be like, I don't know, probably hundreds because of the amount of extra world and biomes and stuff that'll open up to us. So yeah, that'll be exciting. All right, since you played more of the game, would you say the story is any good? I didn't need any masterpiece story, but I hope it's somewhat interesting. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's definitely, it is definitely like an open world survival game. So you kind of create your own story elements, your own builds, your own role play with friends and stuff. But yeah, the general story, you know, in terms of like the quest system and other things, you guys can feel free to watch my like demo series that I live streamed, a couple of those videos if you want to know a little more about it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know, being able to like go out, rescue the survivors. That's like a whole quest in of itself. All the locations they have and the exploration and stuff, it's pretty straightforward. And pretty, it's simple, but very, very good and very well laid out. Let's see here. Do you think this game, along with any other, will ever light a fire under the Valheim devs to get content out faster? I hope so. We'll see, because I think a lot of people are pretty hyped for this game, including myself. It's like, you know, Valheim's been slow on the updates. I'm ready to add this game to the channel. And that's not to say, though, that I'm absolutely impressed with how well Valheim updates are when they get them out. They definitely take their time and make sure that we have a good update, which is good. I think Valheim dev team was kind of like shocked at how well their game did. And so they went into this like perfectionist state of like really taking lots of time on the updates. But yeah, I hope Ashlands comes out soon. All right, let's see. No, the cost is an issue, but 50 is a night at the movies for 2 people for 2 hours. Yeah, it's definitely true. See, since you played Valheim and Enshrouded, what's different about Enshrouded that you really enjoy? That's a great one. So Enshrouded that I really enjoy, first of all, is the building system. Back when I started gaming, Minecraft was one of my favorites for a while, until I kind of outgrew it a bit, just wanting nicer graphics and stuff. And then Enshrouded having basically Minecraft, but the blocks are a quarter of the size of what they are in Minecraft. So being able to be that much more creative, and then also having the voxel system of Enshrouded where the textures just mesh together and you don't even know it's blocks. So being able to like terraform and dig holes and tunnels and like not have a blocky texture to the game is really, really awesome. So I think the building, first and foremost, is what I'm really looking forward to of Enshrouded. And it's a great complement to Valheim as well. Like, I definitely will not be giving up Valheim on the channel. because the build system and, you know, being able to like utilize certain pieces in Valheim to make furniture with signs and other creative elements, it's like it's a whole different system. You know, they really go hand in hand. So I wouldn't say like one is better than the other necessarily, but Enshrouded is definitely caters to a really, really fun building game and graphically really impressive. All right, let's see. So excited. Yeah, GG. All right. Foxboy, will servers go live at midnight? They should. Yeah, that's your time. I'm guessing they will. That's what some people are saying. We've got, yeah, the GTX and then I guess G Portal were both available for pre-order for that. So that'll be exciting. Pal World is $30. Yeah, I bet it'll be close to that. That would be my guess as well. So I haven't played Pal World. I have looked at that one though. So, but yeah, I think that will be the best guess from a lot of people, like 30, 34.99, something like that. You know, in that range. Let's see. Enshrouded pushes you along faster, much faster pace. It felt a very different feeling game. Valheim invited you to linger. Yeah, so Enshrouded is, I think they have a lot more, like, extended content, so to speak, but they kind of picked the best of both worlds. So, and that kind of leads me into something else I wanted to talk about, was the, like, the whole creative versus survival modes, because currently Enshrouded does not have a creative sandbox mode, and a lot of people were kind of disappointed at that, and especially some content creators who wanted to just pump out build videos and stuff and not have to like gather resources. But people actually played Enshrouded. You know, it's not as bad as you'd think, because they chose to make the resource gathering a lot less grindy than a game like Valheim, for example. And the resource generation is like infinite from the concept of the shroud consumes the world. And so if you don't have a flame altar there, everything will regenerate. All the trees, all the ground, all the stone, anything that was there before, all the ore inside the mountain and everything. So it's all going to be infinite resources, which makes it great for multiplayer. It's super not grindy to get resources. For like the whole starter house that I did, I mean, it took me, I don't know, maybe a half hour to get all the resources for a really solid, awesome house. And it's really cool, and you can stack up to like 5,000 blocks in one slot in your inventory. So that just goes to show a bit of that as well. All right, let's see, any word on how long it will be before the game comes to console? I would assume as little as I don't know, 4 to 6 months, but could be up to a year and beyond. It's hard to say. They're definitely prioritizing PC release and then Xbox, but I think console it's gonna be in their roadmap for sure. So I'd guess around a year, but you never know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say at this stage. Yeah, I hope they do though for Xbox and console and all those players. How do you get early access? Go to their Steam page where I'm on right now. Let me just post this in the chat as well. You can do it in the description, because I have a link there as well, but yeah, you can head over there. That's their Steam page. And then you can buy it in a little over a day when it drops. How big is the map? So I think it was I just replied to a comment of that, looking it up in the Discord server. I think it was 50 to 100 square kilometers. I'd like to say anyway. I think it was like very similar to a Rust map. But yeah, they have those details actually. I could get back to you if you want to message me that question in the Discord server or something. I could try to get the exact details for that. Let's see here. Yeah, 15 co-op makes me hope for the map is pretty big. Yeah, the map will be pretty big. It's huge. I mean, when I was in even the demo area was really big. And then yeah, with the new biomes and everything, it's gonna be massive. The demo only gave us access to about like a 20th of the map. So it's gonna be pretty huge. And then they'll probably just expand it from there as they keep adding more biomes and everything. All right, let's see. Major bummer with Valheim that you're aware of, you'll encounter a limit with the number of instances. Yeah, exactly. Do you think this game will have the same issue? No, I do not think it will have the same issue. That is the beauty of the voxel-based game, is it's not instance-based like Valheim, so you could build a massive fortress and you're not really going to experience much lag, which is amazing. So, yeah, or similar to something like Minecraft, Java Edition and stuff. Can build a big thing, and it's, yeah, it'll be a bigger world file and stuff, but it's not going to be like Valheim where you're going to experience that same issue. But yeah, that's a great question. No creative mode, but I guess it's their own engine, so they may take a while until to go crazy with building. Yeah. So because it's their own engine, that also leads me into the mod discussion. I'm guessing people will probably be able to come out with some mods for it, or the community will support that, but it's kind of that's kind of still up in the air. So we will see, because it is their own engine, if they end up going for like easy mod support down the road. But yeah, that's like a whole nother discussion. Yeah, Valheim excels at base building and making it feel like your home. Yeah, but it definitely needs some RPG aspects of Enshrouded. Exactly. So that's kind of why they go perfectly hand in hand. You know, the fact that Enshrouded is kind of that big open world, but they also put a lot of work into the RPG elements, for sure. And yeah, some folks for Valheim, because of the mods and everything, made it into a full RPG game. I know 9byte has a great video, a couple of videos on his channel actually. One of my other fellow Valheim creators of doing a full RPG map out of Valheim, so that's a pretty cool one. How about resource regenerate? If you chop a tree down, is it just gone, or do they kind of regrow? Yeah, just wondering. Oh, sure. So I did briefly go over that, but I can go over that in more detail. So the premise of the game is, if you don't have a flame altar at your base, then all of the resources will regenerate. So within the perimeter of your flame altar, which is essentially like the workbench in Valheim, where you place it, you can build within the perimeter. You can also upgrade it, which increases the perimeter. So anything within that perimeter will stay saved. So like if you dig a hole in the ground, it will not fill back in. If you cut down a tree, it will not regrow unless you plant it again, kind of a thing. But outside of that perimeter, you don't even have to replant trees or anything. It will just automatically respawn, and like everything will respawn. Structures, even like pre-existing structures, if you want to disassemble them to get the blocks that they're made out of for your own build, they will respawn, and you can go get those blocks again the next, I think it's like 4 in-game days, or every time you like reload the game, logging out and logging in of it. That other resources will respawn. So chests will refill with random generated loot, and it's just so great. So other players in a multiplayer situation will be able to go to the place that you just explored and have their own experience, and the loot's still going to be there for them, which is amazing. So yeah, that's a little more detail of it. And yeah, that goes along with Gigi's question. Can you disassemble the ruins for materials? Totally. You can absolutely do that with the hammer, the pickaxe, whatever. Anything you see, except for some of like the ancient vaults and stuff where you'll find like the NPCs, can be disassembled for resources. Absolutely anything you see. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Hopefully the fixed world will avoid some of the lag that Valheim suffers. Less update traffic between clients. Yeah, definitely for multiplayer stuff. That would be nice. 25 square kilometers. I thought it was 50 or over. That might have been from demo or something. 3x3. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bigger than that. But yeah, I'll have to get the details on the map size. What combat style am I going to try first in Enshrouded? That's a good one. So probably I don't know. Probably just a simple axe and shield kind of a thing. Speaking of combat as well, they have the option for target lock combat, but you can also untoggle that. At least you could in the demo. Everything I'm saying in this video may slightly change upon early access and beyond. But that's a really cool thing. So you can lock onto your target or choose to be more like free combat and not do that. and in which case it'll be, you know, it's definitely not like some really combat heavy game. There are many other games that are like really focused on the combat side of things. So I'd say like, you know, and it's a PvE game, so there's no PvP and stuff like that. But yeah, let's see. Is there going to be a proper day and night cycle? The demo light, yeah, it just kind of flicked on and off. So that is something that was a known issue to them, even prior to the demo. I thought they might have fixed it for the demo, but they didn't end up fixing it. So I guess there's a chance that it might still be that, but it will most likely be fixed to have like a nice proper sunset before it goes dark instead of just a light switch that goes on and off. Totally. Yep. All right, gotta run. Thanks for the stream. Awesome. All right, yeah, thanks for joining. All right, if you move the flame altar, how much time do you have to get the stuff out of the chests and move it to a new location? Great question. Again, goes along with what I was saying earlier. So that will be around 3 to 4 in-game days. They may increase that for the early access, who knows? But yeah, do like a little test before you do something like that. Like just place a flame altar, do something in the world, and like just wait how long does it go back when you destroy the flame altar. But yeah, it'll give you a few days and plenty of time to move your stuff, or decide, hey, you want to move your flame altar to a different location within your village and kind of rearrange things. It'll give you the time to do that. So all right, 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, what you read on the official site. Okay, so that would be 64 right, yeah, 64 square kilometers. That sounds a little better. Valheim is more than 300 square kilometers. Yeah, Valheim is going to be a bigger map. It's procedurally generated. It is going to be a bigger map. So yeah, but Valheim resources and everything are limited, or a lot of them are. So that's another advantage, is that this map will still feel big because you're not dealing with having to go crazy far each time you need a new resource. Let's see, how exactly can you chisel the mountains or rocks? I've seen it's not a voxel at once when using the pick age. So like, yeah, the pickaxe. So the voxel system is really cool in this game, where it all just kind of meshes together. So you can destroy mountains and rocks like one block at a time with the hammer, or like blocks, so to speak. You know, it won't look like a block because the terrain kind of meshes together. But yeah, if you want, like, the pickaxe is just kind of a general circular form that it will take out each time you pickaxe, but you can get super fine with terrain manipulation using the hammer and other tools and the hoe and everything. So I think it's the rake. But yeah, that's kind of what it's like. So there's a lot of options when it comes to that. Let's see here. Your performance seems to be okay. I was wondering what setup you're running. Completely missed the demo, so you didn't have time to check it out myself. Oh yeah, that's a good question. I'm glad it's looking okay on stream and videos and stuff. I'm trying multi-stream for the first time today, so we're over on Twitch as well. And trying the face cam again for the first time in a bit, and a bunch of new stuff, so I'm glad it's working. But yeah, I just built this PC about 7 or 8 months ago. I do have a 4090, and I do have a 13900K, and then 64 gig of RAM, I think, and like 8 terabytes NVMe or something like that. Yeah, I could post it somewhere, but I think I actually have a dedicated build video that I could link. I think it's linked somewhere on my channel, but that I could link somewhere as well. Let's see. Sorry if this has been asked before, but can you respect the... Yeah. Go back to the skill tree. Do another... I think, yeah. So this is just like a screenshot of the skill tree that I had. I think it's somewhere in the Steam page as well. But yeah, you've got different directions you can go to, and then you earn skill points by the combat. As far as I'm concerned, I think there might be other ways to earn them, but yeah, you earn them by the combat. You can go in like the ranger, mage, warrior, all sorts of stuff like that. And I think like alchemist or something. and unlock certain skills based on that. You could eventually unlock the full skill tree, but it's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward in terms of other games and stuff like that. All right. Search Enshrouded FAQ on Google. It's some cool info. All right. Well, we could search that here if there's some nice. I also have a few other pages pulled up that we can go over soon as well, some more info for you guys. But we're getting a full chat today, so this is great. All right. See, what sort of role playing are you looking forward to? Most in game, single player, multiplayer. Yeah. I mean, I will probably be doing some single player for the episodes mostly, but then I also have another friend who will be joining in for some episodes. We played the demo together for a little bit, so I don't think he's been on the channel before, but yeah, he'll be joining in for some of those episodes to just make it a fun time, since it is so much fun with players. And then eventually I may end up creating a server for it, for the community. So we'll see about that. But yeah, it should be a fun time. All right, let's see here. Yeah, a lot of voxel shapes and textures. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Does the game have hunting? You gotta know if there's boars. This is very important. Yeah, the game does have hunting. As far as I can, so like, I have to like recap my memory from the demo to the closed beta, because I'm not allowed to share anything from the closed beta. But the demo I can speak to a little bit. So the demo, you're able to fight. There are rabbits. There are mountain goats. There are lots of stuff. There might even be some images. Let's see, in some of the trailers here on Steam. But there's a lot of animals, and yes, there's hunting. You know, with bows and all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's a cool image of some farming, actually. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a very nice one. So yeah, there'll be farming, hunting, good stuff like that. There wasn't much farming in the demo. They didn't include that as part of the demo, but it's nice. All right, and how's it going, Gwen? Cool stream ideas. Yeah, thanks. Sorry I got to your chat super late. We've had a busy chat, but yeah, thanks for stopping by for a little bit. All right. Close to nothing about the game, but people want me to play. Yeah, it's a really fun game. I think everyone who's a Valheim fan is gonna want you to play this game, and it goes hand in hand with that community. I think it's gonna be a great one. Yeah, I want you to play this, Gwen. And thanks for the sub, Inner City Upbeat. Welcome. All right, let's scroll down again. Keep going. All right. You're going for the mage, Isaac? Nice, nice. All right. Looks like 2011 League of Legends skill tree. Yeah, nostalgia. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty similar to a lot of classic RPG games. Are there other tools to dig? That's all I've seen so far. Pickaxe, but no sculpting rocks. Yeah, so you can, so as of now, the hammer is what you'd use for super fine sculpting. And you can sculpt the terrain block by block. You could make, so like, I think some of the other images, so like this skull right here, you could make that out of the terrain if you wanted to. And you can physically sculpt block by block with the hammer. So this is something that looks like it was, you know, it might be like a pre-generated thing. But yeah, you could make that if you wanted to with the terrain. So it's pretty versatile, that's for sure. And then yeah, the creative mode is still something you're hoping for. Yeah, they may very well add that. Right now they don't, but it's not very grindy to get resources, so it's kind of best of both worlds. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I do hope they have like a UI or disable UI kind of a thing, because I really do like that for doing build videos and screenshots for thumbnails and things, instead of having to like step really far back from my build just to be able to crop in on it. So they didn't have that as of the demo, but I'm hoping they at least add that, or some tools that make creators' lives a little easier. All right, let's see. You've seen some other creators mention that the demo was easy combat wise. since you've played a bit further into the game, do you think the combat will become more challenging as it progresses? I definitely think so. Yeah, the demo was a bit easy. As you get toward the end of the demo, there's some harder things, but it's similar mods, but they get higher and higher level as you go out, as you've probably experienced in the demo. So yeah, it gets harder. There's boss fights and classic stuff like that. So yeah, it's not like some really hardcore professional combat game, since it is more PvE focused, but it will definitely have combat. And as of now, they don't have like base raids and stuff, but they may end up adding some stuff like that. We'll see. We'll honestly have to see. Like I said, I have another page of pulled up info, but but we'll see here. All right. Love to be involved in the community servers. For that, seems like a great idea. Well, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Yeah, join the Discord server through the link in the description, or I know Stream Elements has popped it up in the chat a couple times. And you'll get news and notifications there if I ever end up creating something for the community for Enshrouded. But yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. All right. Isaac, will there be a neck? Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see one. I didn't see one in Enshrouded. What time the game comes out? It comes on the 24th, but like what time? So I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern time, I'd like to say. Or I can go to Steam page again. We can do a quick little refresh here. And 1 day and 16 hours from the time you're watching this video right now. That's the estimated time. But yeah, good question. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, 7 a.m. Pacific. If Jizzle says I should play it, then I shall. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed the beta and the demo. It was the most polished like demo / beta I have ever played. It is very, very, very nice. So, and the devs are an awesome team as well. So I think it'll go hand in hand as an awesome game to include with Valheim. Let's see. You love the demo, but you didn't get too creative with the building yet. How high can you build? Is there a similar building support structure system like Valheim? Let me go to my stream, or my channel, and let's go to shorts, and you can watch this one right here. So you all really liked my video on how deep you could dig in Enshrouded, so here's how high you can build. Basically, any build piece at this altar or above will turn invisible. We're already so high up. So anything below there you'll be able to still see, but anything up here you will not. You can see it just barely kind of starts turning invisible here. The altar still shows up, but I've started to keep building some stairs, and they officially still do register, so I'm just walking in the sky. But it became so hard to keep building because I couldn't see what I was placing, so I'd say this is a safe bet for the max build height. But yeah, we're pretty crazy high, and that's how high my staircase goes. So I'll just start gliding until I run out of stamina. So yeah, that's a estimate of the build height. It's insanely high, and it's going to be similar like Minecraft, where there is no structural stability. So yeah, you could build the floating islands in Avatar if you wanted to. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, you wanted to know if the skull in the game is doable. Yeah, of course. Let's see here. Thanks for the sub, Gen Podcast. Welcome. All right. Gives you Fable vibes? Nice. Played the beta and demo also, had a blast. You can see spending loads of hours in this game. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where you could really sink a lot of hours into. You know, it's got like, that's what I love about these games like this, like Valheim and stuff, is sure, there's going to be the RPG elements or the like quest system of the game, which is so cool that it regenerates, where you can like go back to camps and take them out again if you want and stuff. So cool. But yeah, because of that, it's so much fun, because even when you like end the game, there's never really like a full ending to it. You can just keep building, keep having fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The map seems cool. Yeah. So that little clip there was from the very edge of the map. So that's where some people commented on that, like, oh, the map looks small, because they could see two edges of it. But that's because I was on the tall mountain on the very edge of the map. And that's why it looked that way. But yeah, it goes like crazy far in the other two directions. All All right, so I think I am caught up on chat. A little more caught up anyway. Thank you all so much for the questions, and I hope you're getting something out of this. For any of you who are just joining in, feel free to watch the replay. I'll keep the stream up on YouTube as a VOD, so you can get something out of it. Thanks for answering all the questions. One aspect that really caught me off guard is how good the music was. Yeah. The other elements of the game impressed you unexpectedly. Yeah, so the music was insanely amazing. I loved the vibe of it. That's actually a big thing for me with games. That was something I loved about Valheim. That's something I love about Enshrouded. Another aspect that caught me off guard really was the terraforming. The fact that, like, the graphics were this good while being able to just fully manipulate the game. I was not expecting it to be, like... It literally is better than the trailer. Like, it's rare that I'll see a game and then see the trailer and then play the game and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is better than the trailer. So yeah, it really, a lot of aspects got me really excited. Let's see, people in Valheim and Minecraft, even Zelda, go insane. What they came up, yeah. Always loved building towns, cities in games. I always have a few in my crew ready for it also. Nice. Still trying to find out if there will be any ships like Valheim. That's a great question. In terms of adding water to the game, that is something they currently don't have. They have like swampy areas, so like if you want your dried up creek bed feel, they have areas like that, but they don't have water currently. First of all, it's very hard to do in a voxel system to make water look really nice and not feel fake and weird in the game. But I'm going to post a link in the chat soon where you can vote on certain things that they're going to be considering adding, and that's one of them. Let's see here. You've taken a week of vacation to play Enshrouded. You're so hyped. Heck yeah. Does look pretty beautiful. Yeah, it's insanely beautiful for what it is. That's for sure. And thanks for the subs there. Appreciate it. Do you think the NPCs will be one per server? It concerns me because I want to play with friends, not necessarily build and live with them. I see what you're saying. So like being able to like have the NPC. So I don't know if you can spawn an NPC in multiple times. I never tried that. But you'll at least have the full range of NPCs in each world, so to speak. But yeah, you may have to share them or create like a community center where the NPCs are or something. I never tried that though. That is a great question that I'd love to try. I'm very excited to be able to fly. Yeah. Having a really nice glider. The Valheim Feather Cape is one thing, but being able to glide over the terrain, having like a tall fortress on the mountain and just gliding out over there, especially when we get better food for a better stamina and stuff. I couldn't go super far in the demo with the limited food, but yeah. Has anyone decided to make the Mines of Moria yet? Oh yeah. All you could think about when watching my Hobbit House video, dig deeper. Yeah, that would be a fun one. You've got big mountains, and so currently there was like a dig. Well, I could play the short for the Enshrouded dig limit. I actually will here shortly, just to show you guys the dig limit. But they might be changing the dig limit around based on biomes as well. So like you'll have a deeper dig limit in the mountains or other biomes where they have tunnels and things, and that's something that devs have publicly said in the Discord. And then other biomes will have a shallower dig limit, like meadows and other things. So, but yeah, it's very deep. Be water, yeah. Yep. Will it have dev commands like Valheim? As of now, it does not. It's made in their own engine. The Enshrouded devs have their dev commands, but it is not available to the public as of now. They may add tools like that, though, at some point. What combat style are you most looking forward to? Yeah, someone asked that. That is, yeah, mostly, I'm honestly looking forward to the magic in this game. There was a lot of great stuff you could do with the magic, and then the fact that you can have little like hand grenades and TNT barrels, and like the combat, it's just a really fun system. So I'm kind of looking forward to aspects like that. Aside from just some normal some of the normal things like a club and axe and stuff like that. Really inspired you with the Hobbit house. Awesome. Truly cozy house. Yeah, well, thanks. That's kind of what I was going for. I was like, you know what? Let's check out a little bit of the building in this game, aside from what other games can do. And I thought a Hobbit house would be a fun one to test how the terrain works. So yeah, y'all can watch that video if you want. Yeah, check out some of the terraforming and everything. Yeah, a good Hobbit house on YouTube already. Yeah, y'all can check out that video on my channel. I could, let's go to my, let's see here. Go to my thing here. I'll play the Enshrouded dig limit, and then I'll link that video in the chat. Let's see. Here it is. For those of you wondering how deep you can dig in the Enshrouded demo, well, here's your answer. Yeah, it's insanely deep. This was just in the meadows, too. This wasn't even from the top of a mountain. But yeah, you could probably dig the Mines of Moria in some way if you wanted to. Here we go. And that's what the bottom looks like. But yeah, it's really deep. And then yeah, NVIDIA dropping DLSS right after launch. Yep, totally. They'll have DLSS 2, which will be awesome. Be so much better for performance of the game. And having RTX and everything is going to be awesome. Let's watch this again. Yeah, the dig limit is pretty crazy. Yeah, and I like I said, it might be biome specific, but yeah, let me go drop my Hobbit house link in the chat for any of you that want to let's see, copy link, and let me throw that in there. Any of you that want to check that out after the stream, feel free. That's my Hobbit house live stream. All right, not deep enough. Yeah. JK, yeah, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. So you'll have a lot of creative freedom in this game. It is crazy. I hope there are preset points of interest and dungeons that really open up and go deep. Yeah, they like some of the preview stuff that they've done in some of the other biomes and things for sneak peeks that they've shared on their channel has been really, really cool. So they definitely have crazy cool points of interest to explore. That's for sure. All right, let's see here. Yeah, if you go up the mountains, if you hollow in the mountains, you'll have even more digging size. So yeah, you could create the mines up in the mountains there. Let's see. The more you see, the more you're scared. You'll get stuck in this game and it'll consume all your time. It looks really good. I know, I'm kind of scared of that too. That's why I like, you know what, let's do the stream today. Let's get the hype going. And then I can have a little bit more of like, all right, let's settle into episode 1. Because I'm honestly going to be so excited when it comes out doing episode 1. I will hardly be able to compose myself and keep talking with like how much stuff I'm dreaming of building and everything. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Oh, you heard the performance in the demo is rough. Do you think it'll get good FPS with RTX 70 or 4070, 12 gigabytes of VRAM? Yeah, you'll totally be okay. You'll totally be okay with that and 32 gigabytes DDR4. Yeah, that'll be fine. So the demo was a little rough. It wasn't too bad, but they're going to be optimizing it insanely from the demo. It'll even be better specs than what you see here on the Steam page. In the demo. And we have some more Twitch chatters here. I was present during the Hobbit house and it's so amazing. Awesome. Yeah, that was a fun one. How much will the game be? Under $50. It will be probably around 30 to 40 bucks. That's the guess anyway, but they'll be announcing that the day of. Let's see here. Same for you, can't wait until Wednesday. Heck yeah. Yeah, sorry Twitch chatters. I'm like, this is the first time I'm multi-streaming, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm glad it's actually working, because Twitch does not accept AV1 encoding, and YouTube does, so I have like 2 instances of OBS running right now, and I think it's working to still maintain a quality stream on YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah, the Hobbit house is really great. Let's see. So what's the first build video going to be when it comes out? Well, I'll be doing like episodes, like a full playthrough, fairly uncut, just super chill, relaxed gameplay. And then the first build will probably end up being a starter house, just a simple starter house to get started. And then I have plans. I'll repeat it again because I know a lot of viewers are probably new now. I have a plan of like, if I find a really awesome location, like a meadows, rolling hills area below a mountain, I'd love to do like a hobbit village in a really foresty area in those hills. Do like a nice medieval village below them with like, you know, blacksmith, a farm, the barn, like all sorts of cool stuff. And then up on the mountain, do like a big castle with the mines under it or something, and just kind of have a whole bunch of fun, and then kind of segment it up into videos of like one video be of building the medieval blacksmith, one video be of a hobbit house, a big tree, like who knows. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff like that. All right, let's see here. Yeah, your 3080 handled it fine. A 4070 should run smoothly. Yeah, the 40 series especially, and yeah, 3080s. I know one of the friends I play with, Smitty Survival. Actually, we played the demo together for a little bit, and he ran it on I think a 2070, and it ran fine. So and yeah, with more optimization, it'll be good. Please do a Hobbit village. Here for that. Heck yeah, you betcha. If I can do a Hobbit village in this game, I will do a Hobbit village. Hey, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I've been dreaming. Yep, that's true, Gigi. Yep, a whole village. I mean, that's the goal, right? It's like, it's just one of those fun games you could just casually kind of keep going for a while. So we'll see where it goes. It'll be a fun one on the channel for sure. Village with everything, including the Pokemon slaughterhouse. Yeah, probably not that, but we'll see. If they add a bunch of like livestock and animal breeding to the game, I guess you never know. Your house builds are the first videos about this game. The algorithm threw at me. Looks great. Heck yeah, the algorithm is doing the right job. Yeah, I just had fun building the demo, so I popped out a little starter house video, and the Hobbit house video are the two big building ones that I did. And yeah, they did pretty well. I think a lot of people saw them and got pretty hyped. Got pretty hyped for the game. Yeah, Gopi. Wait, wrong game. All right. And yeah, Sadira, I do remember you actually from the Hobbit House video, and yeah, Twitch chat, the plan sounds great. Heck yeah. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. All right, so let me drop that link that I was mentioning earlier, the upvote link. I'm gonna copy it, and I'll post it in Twitch chat too, since we have a couple people in Twitch chat. I have not done Twitch in like a long time, so like I said, it's a first for me. But let's see here. Let me go over here and drop it in here. Looks like we got 6 people on Twitch. That's awesome. Welcome everyone on Twitch. All right, I'll drop that link in the chat there. Okay. So that link, you can go and vote on things that the devs will see in terms of like stuff that they haven't announced yet that people might want to add. So that's something that you can do. So I'll go over this a little bit, then we'll catch up on chat again. Yeah, a bunch of people getting hyped for the game. Heck yeah. All right. Oh, about character customizations, will there be options, more options later on? There might be more options later on. I know right now it's a little bit limited. It's similar to Valheim, I'd say, in terms of like the options, so to speak. Actually, maybe even a little more than Valheim. We'll see. But yeah, they may end up adding more later on. We'll just have to see. But yeah, you can follow that link in the chat, and you can vote on stuff like that. You can see I've already voted on a weather system. This is something that they are pretty confident they're going to add, but they haven't added it yet. So like rain and stuff to make you feel nice and cozy in your Hobbit house. And I think someone even said that here. Yeah, nice and cozy inside my small Hobbit house. I love that. Yeah, so a bunch of people saw my Hobbit house video, and everybody's like, add weather system, add certain stuff here. So that's great. That's great. The devs are getting some good insight here. Yeah, and then add water. So I voted for these two things for sure, because that would be cool. I think they can add water It's gonna be hard, but I think they could pull it off if they put some time, or even just like some lakes or something. You know, they don't have to have an ocean, or like that'll be what still keeps Valheim a really fun game, is the sailing and the Viking aspect, and then this game will be like the cozy nature building kind of aspect. So, all right, and then yeah, Brandon, the exact time it releases. So I believe it is 10 a.m. Eastern time. But let me do another Steam page refresh so any new viewers can see. We are 1 day and 15 hours away from release. So yeah, you can follow the Steam page for exactly that stuff. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. You know, if you want to vote for adding mounts, adding pets, livestock. So here we go. I voted on that one for sure. Adding more biomes they already have in the roadmap. So I'm not, you know, they'll probably be adding more. So base raids as an option. There's some stuff like that, but yeah, 45-degree voxel placement. I don't think that one's happening. I'm sorry guys, but I don't think they can do that with voxels. They could do like angle pieces and stuff, but yeah, there's all sorts of stuff here that people have going in threads where you can just click on it. You know, like click on that and then just vote it. So if you go, heck yeah, there we go. We already got some votes for the weather system and the water. All right, yeah, thanks guys. Getting more votes in front of the devs will be good for these two things, especially the water. That'd be fun. Some of this other stuff though, like someone wanted like tornadoes and hurricanes that'll rip up the terrain. I don't know. My thoughts on that are a bit sided. I don't really want something wrecking my really nice build. Which is something that, you know, it makes it a little easier to build because you don't worry about like mob raids and stuff, but at the same time it's kind of nice that you can like just be chill and not worry about like stuff destroying your base, or if it does destroy your base, it'd be nice to have a way to like have it blueprinted to be able to easily repair it. So that'd be nice. Let's see here. Let's catch up on chat a little bit. I'll go back to the Steam page. But yeah, just wanted to go over that link so you can all share your input and stuff. Let's see. Earthquake that rips your house in half. Yeah, exactly. Somebody wanted stuff like that, which is fine. You know, you can share whatever input you want. But it's just like it would definitely take away from the relaxing feel of the game. Make me a little more nervous to put big hours into a build. Oh, the voting link. Yeah, scroll up in chat just a little bit. I typed it in there. I can pop it in again for YouTube chat. There you go. Let's see. Give you a choice when placing your altar, protected or not protected. Yeah, that's a great idea. Just at least giving the players like the choice of do they want a harder experience or not, kind of a thing. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's see. And then yeah, Zadira in Twitch chat is still very confused on how the co-op system works. If you have a lot of friends, does placing an altar work? Or how does placing an altar work? Do you all work off of one different area? Let's see here. People, yeah, so that there will be 16 players allowed in the early access. That's what they're hoping anyway. And then I don't know entirely how the co-op system will work in early access. I think they'll change a little bit of stuff from the demo in terms of just increasing the flame altar capacity and then yeah, having it so more people, like the more people are on, they could place more flame altars. That would only make sense, I think. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that one yet, though. We'll just have to see little tweaks they make, but I think they might make some, considering servers and stuff will be a thing soon. My one wish is to get some building structures, like a porch railing. Blocky voxels just don't look great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so having little things like that. I love that they added furniture that wasn't voxel, so you can rotate furniture in any direction you want, like Valheim. So tables, chairs, nightstands, beds, stuff like that. But yeah, adding like little railing pieces to the game, little stuff like that could be really cool. That could be really cool. I mean, I made it work with like some single voxel blocks, but it definitely can be nice to have some more variety there. Let's see here. We're looking earlier for some news and Steam discussions. are to be avoided. It's either what's the price or delay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the price and everything is a big discussion, and it's under $50. That's all the devs have said because so many people were asking. So we're guessing around 30 to 40 bucks, but yeah, they're choosing not to release that till early access. Able to pause for solo players. That is something they didn't have in the demo, but that would be really nice. I really liked that Valheim added that. So that's a great suggestion. I don't know if that's in the suggestions here, but that would be a cool one to add. You can just click the add suggestion, which is actually covered by my camera currently. A little button in the bottom right, add suggestion, and you can add that if it's not in there already. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. They said anything about workshop abilities, blueprints, and alike. So yeah, they'll have they have like their blueprint building system where it's like you don't really build with blueprints, but you can choose to place like bigger chunks of voxels, I guess. It's hard to explain. I would just watch some videos on it. Watch my like starter house build video. That goes over a lot of like the snapping and some blueprints and some of the simple stuff with building. But yeah, in terms of like workbench upgrades and everything there, I'm not sure all the, that was pretty limited in the demo, so I'm not sure everything that'll come with that. You like the suggestions to vote for? Yeah, of course. I figured that would be a fun topic to bring up. Yeah, I got to it pretty late today, but yeah, it would be nice because then we can share opinions, and then yeah, you guys helping these ones getting pushed to the top with the weather system and water. Because yeah, essentially Enshrouded's roadmap right now is to be releasing the biomes, and they have their roadmap, but then if the game becomes popular, which it is, I think it's like number 8 or something on most wish-listed games, I can't remember. But if they make a lot of money from the sales, they will continue adding all sorts of improvements, like, things like water or other little things that they'll kind of decide on. So just having that bug in their ear, so to speak, is a nice thing. So yeah, you just awesome. Okay. The price thing is an odd choice. Yeah, it's not common. I mean, I guess I could see why they want to do that, but it's a little weird for some people who want to try to budget and everything. So yeah. And howdy, Basic Builder, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. All right. Oh, you meant we make wall blueprints and able to share that on Workshop for others to use? I don't think so, but that is something that would probably be super easy for them to add. So they may have already added that for early access. I don't know, but yeah, that could be a cool one. And I totally understand that now. Stormlands, yeah. Let's see here. And yeah, Zadira, heading over to YouTube so you don't have to keep reading here. Oh no, it's no worries. It's no worries at all. Anyone who chooses to watch on Twitch or YouTube, I figured I'd at least try the multi-streaming thing today. And it obviously is working great, which I'm really happy about. And that way, eventually, I may choose to, as I get on a roll with the episodes for this playthrough, I may choose to do some more live streaming over on Twitch. And then also record it at the same time, and then post the finalized, like nicely edited, high resolution recording on YouTube of the build. But for those who just want to like watch live and go through like more of the uncut, like thinking process on building and stuff, feel free to follow my Twitch. I do think I have a link in there. Actually, I don't know if I have a link in the description for that. Let's put that in the description for anyone who might want that. I was thinking I would I'd throw it out there in case we wanted to do something like that later on, to where I'd do some live stream on Twitch and then some more videos on YouTube, and in case I want to kind of revive it a bit. But we'll see. Yeah, livestock would be great too. Everyone getting excited for Enshrouded. Heck yeah. All right. Let's see. You'll say the overpricing an early access game is not a good idea. I hope they follow. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what the price is. We'll see. But yeah, they probably don't want to turn too many players away, so hopefully they have a good plan. Is the game moddable? Yeah, we went over that a little bit earlier, but I can speak a little more to that. So it's built in their own voxel-based engine, which they may accept mod support for later on. but right now they don't, and that's something that we'll see. We'll see if enough players want to or figure out how to create mods, but it's not going to be quite as straightforward as Valheim right off the bat. But we'll see. And yeah, Zadira, welcome to the YouTube chat. And we got another one, Twitch chat. I'm here now. All right, and there, I'm everywhere. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. All right. So yeah, I may choose to do some streams on Twitch and then the videos on YouTube, depending on how the series goes out for people who want to see more of the uncut building process. And I'll do lots of live streams here on YouTube as well for like long adventures, resource gathering, fun stuff like that, sort of in between episodes, which could be a lot of fun. And that kind of leads me into to just saying thank you all for the input on the poll that I ran on my YouTube community section for episode length. So I'll probably be aiming around 30 or 40-ish minute episodes, some longer, some shorter, depending on what we want to cover. And then lots of build videos and stuff like that, and then live streams. But let's see. I'm sure Basic will play Enshrouded. That'd be fun. All right, let's see here. You can run your own server. Yep, great question. Great question was asked before again. Yeah, you can use a public server, host your own server. It'll have lots of options there. Yeah, you don't see the logic on the price thing. Yeah, the price thing is interesting. Personally, they've had some interesting marketing tactics with the game in general. It's obviously done okay if it's got them that many wish lists and stuff. I think also just because the game is like insanely good, that a lot of people who checked it out kind of promoted it a lot. You know, people from like my Hobbit House video probably generating quite a few wish lists from that and stuff, being able to just see all the unique things that this game has to offer. But yeah, their marketing could use a little bit of a revamp in some areas, but you know, it's their choice. So, do we know how big the map is? Yeah, I think it was 64 square kilometers is what we figured out earlier. Yeah. But yeah, they do have details on that on their Discord server, I believe, or on the official webpage. Let's see. And yeah, Basic, we need to join up some time and play. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. If you're playing Enshrouded, anyone who's interested, just hop in my community Discord server, and eventually I might end up getting a server out for Enshrouded, and then yeah, I might have a friend or two or a couple people joining here and there in the playthrough. But yeah, that'd be fun. Basic, do a couple videos, builds. So can you have only one workbench per person? So workbenches, you can have as many as you want. The flame altar is the other thing that we're still wondering how that's going to work for multiplayer, because they do limit the amount of flame altars you're allowed to have. As you upgrade, you can increase that limit, so it may just be that the limit is essentially huge, but you just have to upgrade in order to get there to have more capacity for how many flame altars are allowed to be placed. But yeah, that's something that we're not sure of just yet. Let's see. Also thought maybe the marketing was for a different market. Yeah, different market than me. Yeah, the marketing was it's just a different target market. Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of people liked it. You know, some of their shorts and stuff were a bit cheesy, but they were fun, and they still did a really good job on their early access trailer. I already know that you want to build, but dang, this is gonna grind my gears. Yeah. Yeah, their trailers and stuff, like we could pull up a trailer here. That'd be fun. To check this one out. They did it pretty well. It's 2 minutes. Do you guys want to do another trailer run through? I haven't done it on stream today yet, but we could check out the early access, their latest trailer. I think they did a good job on the trailers, at least. You have the blacksmith at your base. Does my friend who is building up in the far north just come and borrow him? Yeah, that's something we're not sure about, and that's a great question, Zadira. Yeah, that's something that we'll just have to see, honestly. if you can spawn them in multiple times, or if each person could spawn them in. I honestly have no clue. Yeah, let's watch it. Okay, let's do it. So yeah, the devs obviously have really cool tools to be able to take cinematic shots and stuff.
The land. You are Flameborn, the last ember of hope to push back the Shroud. Like all heroic Flameborn, you will use your deadly sword skills to slay your enemies. That is not a sword. Okay, that's not a sword either. Oh, come on, you can't just punch everything.
So yeah, they definitely have like nice comedic aspects in their trailers, but like these trailers I think were done really well. They kind of market to the audience of like really good, yeah, you're getting chills. They market to a really good audience, but also add a little bit of that fun taste into it,
well,
which I think is a lot of fun.
However you decide to fight, Flameborn confront danger head on. Wait, why are you sneaking around? I said head on. Okay, fine. Do it your way. But undoubtedly, all Flameborn are masters of building epic castles to show it. Oh, where's the castle? You're meant to be building an epic castle, not a hole in the ground.
There we go.
Although, that is nice. Okay, so you can build whatever you like. Where was I? Yes, Flameborn are explorers who glide over...
Yeah, so even that last shot, that looked like a much longer, better sunset than what we had in the demo. So that leads me to think they fixed that problem of the day-night cycle.
Land and sea. Okay, then Flameborn are explorers who grapple over land and sea. Ah, now you're gliding. I see. Okay, you're just doing whatever you want. Where are you going? No. Not into the Shroud! No way! You're not ready for this, boss. He'll squash you. But what's going on here? There's more of you now? Oh, so you're teaming up. I see. You're all against me. Fine. Play however you want. It's your game.
All right. Yeah, so that's awesome. Does it look even better than the first trailers? First trailers are still really great. I think they did a great job on the trailers marketing side of things. I think it was well done. Yeah. Sounds like chests are also shared in the world. Yeah, and the whole altar. Yep. So any materials that are in a chest within that altar boundary, you don't have to have the materials in your like backpack in order to build. They can just be in the chests and you can build from them, which is really nice. That's a very convenient thing for base building as well. So yeah, they make it not too grindy. It's not too bad. And yeah, you love the humor in it. Yeah, I think they were great. And thanks for the sub, Snow Lopez. Thanks. All right, up to 16 players and everyone has a Flameborn. Yeah, everyone is a Flameborn. Yep. Yeah, I guess, so it's interesting. You actually, when I played with two people, if I remember correctly, we actually spawned in two separate, like, little capsules in the beginning of the game. So I don't know how they'll do that with, like, more than two people. I'm really curious to see how multiplayer goes with this game. We didn't get enough time to really properly test it yet with how short the demo and beta and stuff was. But yeah, it should be lots of fun. Do we know what the price is going to be? Another price chat. Yep. under $50, not priced like a AAA game. The best guess is between 30 and 40. But yeah, they chose to not announce it just yet until the day of. So yeah, that's such a common one. A lot of people are, I bet you if I went to their Discord right now, it would be the most common chat would be about the price. And they even create a separate chat that's just about price chat for everyone to just keep like sharing their input and everything, which is interesting. But yeah. 24th January is the official release or early access release. It's the official release. Yeah. And then, early access release. The official release, it is, I keep getting early access and official off because I kept thinking the demo was early access. But yeah, it's early access, so they still have a few years probably ahead of them with lots more content to come. But it's very, very well polished for early access, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, resource sharing is one of the best things in this game. Yeah, it's a nice thing to include. Uh, there are demo playthroughs with 5 people on YouTube. Nice. Okay, that's good to know. I might have to go searching for some more stuff on the game. But yeah, that'd be fun. Check it out with a whole bunch of people. They know what's up. Has all the elements so far I can think of from a survival game. Yeah, I think they did a really good job. Just came from Discord. It's nuts over there. People are so excited. Yeah. Yeah, the Enshrouded Discord is going crazy right now. And they have a link to their Discord on their Steam page here too. So y'all can check out the Steam page. I have a link to the Steam page in the description. Yep, more players is more feedback, definitely. Yeah. Accumulate a lot of players for sure. Survival crafting players are getting split into 2024 Enshrouded, Nightingale, Valheim, Ashlands. Yeah, 2024 is a huge year for survival games. And I'm pretty stoked. I remember back when I first played Valheim, when there was a couple of wood pieces we could build with. Hearth and Home update wasn't out. Mountain biomes were not really a thing. It was pretty simple, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I hope more games come out like this. And now 2024, I'm like, heck yeah, I've got enough stuff now to create an awesome channel around it to actually like, do the really fun games that I love. It's so cool that all these places are coming out with games like that. Gonna run and get some recording done. Have a good stream. Happy Enshrouded week, everyone. Happy Enshrouded week, basic. Yeah, can't wait. Have fun. Wish the real world would like this. Yeah, that's I think a lot of people do. It's fun. I actually enjoy building things in the real world. I'm a contractor. I've done a lot of like home remodels. I currently do excavation. That's my main job. And so being able to like build for free essentially in a video game in terms of like just getting out ideas and stuff is a lot of fun for me, being able to terraform and everything. But yeah, it's funny. Every time my mom comes into my room when I'm playing something like this, whenever she's over, she'll like peek in and be like, you know, oh, like, I wish we could live in that cabin or something. Whenever I'll go building something and then I'll, you know, show her a picture or something. And, yeah, it's always fun. Yeah, quality of life stuff in Enshrouded is awesome, definitely. Let's see here. Yeah, thanks for the sub, Mike. Appreciate it. Never heard about Derelict. I'll have to go check it out. Yeah, Nightingale. Can't wait for this one. Derelict as well. Yeah, I haven't actually heard about Derelict either. Derelicts. Yeah, let's see. Derelicts. There it is. Interesting. Years after an ancient, an enigmatic mechanism flooded Earth with radiation, you and your team are tasked with investigating the source of the incident. Build, craft, and explore alone or with friends in this hostile, mysterious wasteland, using the power of electricity and water to survive. Interesting. Well, that does look pretty cool. It's definitely a different vibe, but hey, that looks awesome. That looks pretty cool. Let's see. It's a lot like the forest. Yeah. The forest was pretty good. I think I think, you know, I actually almost got Sons of the Forest because I liked the graphics. I'm not quite as much for horror games, although I'd enjoy a good one with friends, you know, like 7 Days to Die or The Forest or something, maybe next Halloween. If the channel grows and you all want a game like that for Halloween, maybe I'll get a group together and have some fun. Yeah, I almost got that one. Yeah, Derelicts, that looks pretty cool. That does look pretty cool. I've looked into Nightingale a lot. It was one of the ones at the top of my list, and it's just a slightly different vibe though. I like the building in Valheim and Enshrouded a bit more than Nightingale, based on just what was shown and stuff. And I think the thing Nightingale has going for it is all of the quest aspects and like the concept of the realm traveling and realm cards, and I'm hoping, and we'll see, like their procedural generation might be where it's at. Like they've got a game with like pretty cutting edge procedural generation and randomized quest systems, and that's something. And it's like, it's Gas Lamp, I think. Yeah, Gas Lamp Fantasy is the genre for that game. So it's a bit of a unique game. So I'll be sticking with Enshrouded for now, but we'll see. We'll see how Nightingale looks, and who knows. Sons of the Forest was great. Derelict is a bit, yeah, with better graphics. And it's one person who does it. Yeah. Oh, nice. So that's a small team then. Yeah, I mean, the graphics and the pictures for Derelict looks pretty good. Nightingale is much more difficult to learn, but it looks really great. Yeah, Nightingale is one of those games that's like, I don't know if I have time for it mentally for the channel right now. We'll have to see. You know, in the summers when my work picks up and stuff, I still have to think about that because I still like to post on YouTube, but it definitely slows down a little bit in the summers. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm curious to kind of see how Nightingale does. It's definitely up there. And it's pretty anticipated. Sons of the Forest comes out of early access on February 22nd, so looking forward to that. Oh, I didn't know that it was so soon. Oh, that's cool. Is there a fixed amount of bosses like Valheim? Hope it does not suffer by not having enough bosses and variety of enemies overall. Yeah, I don't know about the boss thing. I think I'd like to say I mean, it has, in terms of like the demo and stuff, it's been fixed. Like, you know, there's only like 2 bosses or something we can go through in the demo, or 3 or something like that. But there's a lot more down the road, so I'm not honestly sure. We'll have to figure that one out when they kind of open it up for early access to see what they ended up adding. Excavator, you should talk to Theo. He's a perfectionist with Squared Earthworks. Oh, that's cool. As builds on the community server. Nice, nice. Yeah. No, the Valheim community server, that's been a fun time. Anyone who wants to join that, feel free. Click the join button or the Patreon in my description. But yeah, I enjoy excavation. It's kind of just one of those jobs that's like it pays what I need to pay. It does what I need to do. It's not like my favorite. But the dream someday really is, like in real life, I would love to like get property and build my own house. That'd be a lot of fun. Since you played the demo, how are the bosses in terms of difficulty for you? So I'm always like a way over preparer when it comes to games. That's like just classic for me with Valheim and everything. So in the demo I did the first boss twice, which that's this guy. This guy in the Elixir well. So this guy, I think I was just over prepared the first time I took him out. And so it was easier than I thought, just being able to roll and stuff. But if you go take him out right when the quest system tells you to, or tells you like you're able to, that then yeah, it's a bit harder. And when I did it that time, like the second time around, and I did it like a lot quicker, I think I died like twice or something. But that's also because I was kind of still getting used to the combat system. So I think the first boss, it's fairly easy. It's like a Valheim Eikthyr. It's pretty easy. So yeah, not too bad. Anyone know if this game off server difficulty settings? Valheim cranked to max level difficulty made the game way better. Yes, that's something actually in the suggestions here. So it's not something right now, but yeah, difficulty settings. Here it is. Add difficulty settings for players who want to grind and want to die often. Make settings with hard settings for hardcore mode. Yeah, where you can only die once. Yeah, so this is something that and yeah, this is actually a good one. I'll go ahead and upvote that one. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one to have, because I'll probably be doing like mediocre settings or something. I mean, obviously it'll be default right off the bat, but yeah, it's always nice to have sliders to kind of set up the world ahead of time. And see about that. Boss respawn. Yep, the bosses will respawn. Yep, they are. So everything in the world is respawns outside of your flame altar. So any boss that you previously took out, I think, and yeah, any boss that you previously took out, I think will be there. Like, you know, just wait like 4 in-game days or log out, log back in again, and you can go back to like the camp where a boss was or something and take it out again if you want to. So it's really nice for multiplayer, so that if you went to a location and like raided the whole camp or took out the boss, and then your friend couldn't be there with you that day, but your friend logs on tomorrow, then your friend could go to that same spot and experience the same thing. And what's really cool is the chests are actually like randomized at the location. So they will, so like, for example, the first village location, the chests could have a chance to have like meat in them, hide scraps, or, you know, I'm just like making this up, like a tier 1 sword, right? Or, and like a band-aid. So sometimes the chests will respawn with band-aids in them. Sometimes they'll respawn with a sword and a hide scrap. Sometimes they'll have meat in them. So like it, but it's like only within that category. And then the farther away you go from spawn, essentially, the more, like, the better loot they have in them. But yeah, so your friend will still get to go to that village, still have the chests being filled with stuff. So the chests will regenerate with new stuff in them. And it's a great experience. Yeah, insanely harder bosses makes the grind a lot better. Gear and weapons feel more rewarding. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, having something that's really difficult. I think it's, I'm guessing they probably will as you go farther out from spawn. You know, we didn't get a ton of super difficult stuff with the beta, or with the demo, I should say. But with the actual game, because it accepts up to 16 players, I'd guess it would be really difficult, because something like Return to Moria that I just finished the playthrough on, that was insanely difficult for the combat, and that was only 8 players. But I feel like a lot of multiplayer games, they make it so like up front it's pretty easy, but as you go farther from spawn and stuff, you can get some really tough boss fights that may even be very hard to complete as a single player, because you need, you know, more players on. And they might have that option where the more players you have, the more difficult it gets as well. You know, I'm not entirely sure their plan for that. Yeah, they should have made it like Valheim so you can summon the bosses. Yeah. So everyone fights for that one good loot. Yeah, you can go back and try it again. Yep. So if you want, you know, 2 players to have the same thing in a chest, you know, yeah, they'll be randomly rotated, but you just have to like do it like 3 or 4 times, and you'll have like the same, and the boss will always drop like the similar stuff and whatever every time. But like, yeah, what's in the chest in the villages, you can just keep going back, and you'll eventually get the same thing as your friend or whatever. But there's like so many different tiers of weapons in this game, it's crazy, which also makes the experience really unique from what you would have compared to like what your friend would have, and just all bringing something to the table when it comes to combat, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, this was awesome. You guys made for a really fun stream today. If we have any more questions, I will yeah, I'll stay on for a little bit longer. It hasn't been too long yet, and you all have been super awesome. All right. When you die, does your equipment stay with you? Or do you have to go for a corpse run? That is a great question. A great question that I should have thought to go over earlier. Yeah, we'll go over some stuff like that I so yeah, when you die, it's the best of both worlds. You keep all of your gear. So all of your armor, all of your weapons, all of your like, you know, your wand, your glider, your stuff like that. But you drop everything else in your inventory. So like your resources that you've collected. So your hide scraps, your I think you even keep your food when you die. But yeah, your hide scraps, your stone, your wood, your plant fiber, all that stuff will be in your gravestone. So technically, yeah, you do have to do body recovery runs, but you have all your gear to be able to do them, which is really nice. Or not so nice, you know, kind of depends. But it takes a little bit of the grind out of it. You know, think Valheim, a little less grindy, and that's what this game would feel like combat-wise, I guess, and building-wise. Yeah, you can put boss trophies on your walls. There are item stands and stuff. I didn't get around to doing that, but I know that was a thing that was mentioned. I just didn't I didn't put a boss trophy on my wall or choose to build an item stand, but but yeah. Yeah, you love the voxel tech in Valheim. Try to build hidden rooms behind banners. Yeah. So that was kind of good. Well, then Enshrouded opens. Yeah, you've got a lot more building options. Yeah, you could build a whole maze underground. You could build a big like dungeon and maze for your friends. That could be kind of cool. It could be neat to add like certain elements. I guess like I'm kind of thinking of Minecraft Redstone, but not really Minecraft Redstone, because that would be kind of weird in a game like this. But like adding certain elements where you could make your own like roleplay quest for your friends. So like certain elements like trap doors that are like pressure sensitive or motion triggered, or certain like they have a lot of that stuff actually in the vaults where you rescue the survivors and stuff. Like you will get to do those adventures in Enshrouded. But if you could build stuff like that, that'd be really, really fun. And that's something that could be really cool to add to the game. Yeah, all things in your hotbar stays, and in your backpack, I think, as long as it's a piece of armor, a weapon, or food or potion or something like that. Or I'm not entirely sure about the potion thing, but yeah, as long as it's one of those, it'll stay. And speaking of hotbars, you have 2 hotbars that you can switch to. So you could have a hotbar for your combat and a hotbar for your building and farming, for example, which is really nice. You can just have a hotkey to switch between your hotbars. So you have 2 hotbars as well as a massive backpack. You'll have good inventory management and everything. Quick off-topic question: what are your thoughts on Dragon's Dogma 2? I actually haven't looked into that one much. Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to really share a ton about it. But I may have to look at that, Gene. Like you said, best of both worlds. Do you lose stats after you died, or? Yeah, so that's a good question. As far as I, in the beta and the demo and stuff, I didn't lose stats when I died. So yeah, say if you progress your stats to your, you upgrade, you get double jump or something, and then you die. When I died, I never lost any of my skills. So yeah, I know like in Valheim you do lose that. But yeah, when I died, I didn't lose that. So maybe they'll change that. Maybe that'll be a difficulty slider in the future. Yeah, here's an image of one of the boss trophies on the wall above the hearth there. Let's see. How fast is this game going to get boring? That's a hard one to tell, honestly. I don't know. To someone like me or to builders, I don't think it will. I think it'll be similar to Valheim, to where, it's just the type of game you might take a break from here and there, but you're always going to have fun just designing, building, having a chill world that looks beautiful to hang out in with friends. So that's what I do like about these games, is it's not the kind of game that I feel like I'd quit after I finish it, so to speak. After a 16-hour long workday, you're happy you can listen to and watch your stream. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy they made it. And yeah, this is a totally new type of thing. Usually I do gameplay, but you guys are loving this one, and it makes me think I should do more. Just like when we have something new that's coming out, new survival games, new stuff, and we just want to talk about it. How have you guys been liking the stream so far? Because yeah, I haven't done something like this. I was just wanting to test multi-streaming today. A few new settings that I set up in OBS Studio, and it turned into a fun survival discussion of Enshrouded. Is there a cost if you want to respect from mage to warrior, let's say? I don't know, honestly, Isaac. Well, that's a good question. So you can obviously do all of them. You can progress in any direction at any time, unlock anything, but it's, yeah, I don't know if you could like take away certain points and then apply them to something else. That's a good question. I never tried that. I didn't think you could, but they may add that. Is there a point to the game other than building? Oh yeah, yeah. There's a whole storyline and RPG element and everything. I'd say that aspect of it is just as advanced or even more advanced than Valheim from the sense of like lots of points of interest, lots of stuff to explore, lots of bosses, lots of fighting, stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely got a story. All right. You'll have 50K subscribers by the end of the year. Well, I won't deny it. But thanks, Cats and Games. I appreciate it. I think yeah, we're at over 5K now, and it's been. I think I started this channel back in 2021. I'd like to say, and I wasn't super consistent up front. I've kind of been doing more in the survival game genre lately. But yeah, I love the community that these kinds of games build. I love all of you guys, and yeah, it's been a fun time. I definitely want to keep doing this. Me streaming is the best thing to do while waiting for Enshrouded to come out. Heck yeah! All right. Greetings from Germany. Is there just one map, or are these random generated? Well, greetings, welcome. They are just one map, so it's all just one handmade map. It's not procedural. Yeah, I went over that a little bit. I could go a little more detail into that. We've got a chat from Twitch as well. Let's see. Have the level cap been mentioned? So I don't know entirely. As you can see, like on the image, that's a great question though. As you can see on the image though of like the star chart, essentially, I think all of these blacked out. I never got that far, obviously. I just didn't have enough time in the demo or the beta to get all the way out to here. But the level that you can be, I'm assuming maybe when you unlock this, then this lights up or something. Like all these blacked out ones, in which case this skill tree could be huge, like bigger than we would think it could be. So I honestly don't entirely know. But that's a good one that we could definitely keep an eye on. That's for sure. How do I learn new building blocks? Oh, mine them. Okay, how do I mine new building blocks? Let's see. You can mine them with the pickaxe. You can destroy anything with the hammer, even terrain. You can destroy anything with the hammer. Just go to like a blueprint of the size you want to destroy out of that thing, and you could just run up to a structure, and as long as you have a flame altar in that area, you can just go ham on it and just disassemble the whole thing. And you don't have to like go pick up the resources individually. The only things you have to pick up individually are when you like chop down a tree, then there'll be like logs and resin. Everything else just shows up in your inventory though. It's not even like auto pickup, it just shows up. You can dismantle whatever you want, and it'll just show up in your inventory. Yeah, with the hammer and the pickaxe. You can also dismantle stuff with blowing them up with the TNT stuff, but I don't think you get the resources from them by doing that. Thanks for the quick answer. Yeah. So it'll just be a beautiful, single created world. It'll be the same for everything. A lot of thought went into it, so it'll be fun. And having the advantage of being able to like find a location you really like and know that that location is going to be there in every world that you create is kind of cool in the case of this game. Let's see. You just hope you can't unlock the whole thing on one character. I think you probably will be able to, but I think it will take a long time. So I put, just for perspective, I put about 60 hours into the closed beta and the demo of this game. And in those 60 hours, I never got my character past, like, let's see, if I go back to my picture of the skill tree, I think I only had like a little portion up here completed in those 60 hours of like, because these, like, when you get out to stuff like this, it's like really, really good. It's such an awesome thing to have on your character, like double jump and all these other skills. So yeah, it takes a long time, but eventually, yes, you could technically backtrack and complete the whole thing, I think. But yeah, I never had the time for that. So we'll have to see. You ever think of doing a random outpost build, a heavily modded version of Starfield? I have not. I have looked into that game, but I never thought of that. Why? Do you want me in a Starfield world to do a build for you? Yeah, I haven't looked into the building in that game, so it would be new to me. So hyped now. Yeah, yeah. It's a fun one. The problem is that you have 3 spots you want to build. You've not even seen the new map yet. Yeah, yeah. I know. There's so much with this game. The big thing I'm hoping is like we can just continue increasing our flame altar capacity as time goes on to be able to actually have builds in lots of areas with a lot of them. Because like this game is just like the terrain is so well put together. It's like with procedural generated worlds like Valheim, I will usually end up going and searching the seed a lot before I'll end up doing my final builds. Just because I want like the perfect location, right? But like in this game, there are so many like perfect locations that it's so hard to choose, which could add to overwhelm, but it's also really cool to know that like wherever you settle down is going to be a really great spot with how easy it is to travel in this game and everything. So yeah. You want to build everywhere? Yeah, same. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those games where I think you just, yeah, it would be a lot of fun. A lot of fun everywhere. Yeah. Well, I'm honestly really excited. I'm honestly really excited to see where it all goes and what it is. But I'm definitely in the mood. I'm definitely in the mood. I guess my mic is blocking my Enshrouded t-shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that on my camera. Definitely in the mood. I'm feeling excited for Enshrouded. You're thinking 20 to 30 for the price? Yeah. We'll see. A lot of people are guessing 30 to 40, but we'll honestly just have to see what it ends up being when it officially comes out. Yeah. That's why I already demanded cheat console. Yeah, so you can just build everywhere. Yeah, totally. Will I play it before January 24th? No, unfortunately I can't. The devs have not granted me early access to the game. I got to play the whole closed beta and the demo, which was a lot of fun. And I got to win a t-shirt by doing a cool build in the closed beta. But aside from that, I should make them. You should all go to the Enshrouded Discords. Give Chiselchip early access. He gave you views. He gave you wish lists. He needs early access, so we can hop on right now and start playing. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Can you upgrade the size of the build area by upgrading Flame Altar? Yes, great question. Yes, you can. So it's similar to like the Workbench or Forge in Valheim. The nice thing about Enshrouded is the Flame Altar is only 6 stone to make, or at least it was in the demo and stuff, and that's all you need. You don't need a Forge and a Workbench, all this other stuff. You just need the Flame Altar and you can build anything. So it's, again, it's very like minimal on the grindy level of things. But yeah, you can upgrade your Flame Altar. I forget what the cap was in the demo, but you can upgrade it crazy amounts to where you could have 1 Flame Altar for a whole small village area. It's a pretty big area that you can upgrade it to, I think. Honestly, you'd pay 60 for this game. It looks that good. Yeah, I mean, they've confirmed it's going to be under 50 as far as I'm concerned in the Discord, because they don't want it to feel competitive like a AAA game, but it is good. You know, I think a lot of us would put a lot of money toward it, especially people who got a chance to check it out earlier in the demo and stuff. It's a good one. And yeah, at 40 at least, yeah. I think you can upgrade your Flame Altar pretty high, and yeah, 40 for a price. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I'm guessing it's gonna be similar to, you know, Palworld or Valheim and stuff at release, like 30 to 40 bucks ish. We'll see. A friend said it's too grindy during the demo. Yeah, it might have been. It does have a complex system, which may have made it feel grindy to certain players. So, like, if building isn't your first instinct in, like, a survival game, it definitely has, like, having 2 hotbars having a crazy complex blueprint and block by block building system, like it just takes a little bit to get used to the hotkey system and like, you know, some of the snapping and stuff like that with the builds. But once you get the hang of it, it's really, really fun. But yeah, it has a much more complex building system and like, you know, the general like system that you have when you open up your UI and stuff than a lot of other games I've played. So it definitely is a bit of a learning curve, but you know, once I kind of set some of the hotkeys to be similar to the ones in Valheim for me and stuff, it was just a fun time from there. A lot of fun stuff to figure out. Yeah, they said it won't be AAA price. Yep, and that it would be cheaper than the full release. Yep, exactly. So it'll definitely be cheaper if you want to purchase it in early access. And then, like I said earlier, I'm sure there'll be sales and stuff. I even think Valheim right now was on like a crazy good sale. Yeah, Valheim's $11.99 right now. That's crazy. A lot of stuff is on sale. That's one of the best prices I've seen it. Took me a hot minute to get used to the keys. Yeah. Yep. With a tide key and tap. Yeah. Totally. So yeah, it's just some new keys that haven't been in other games I've played. The keys to be able to switch between hotbars and some of the building stuff, but yeah, it's the kind of thing you get used to. It's not too bad. You're feeling it'll cost $30. Probably have a safe first few days at $26.99. All right. Yeah, maybe that's why the devs won't tell us the price. They want everyone to keep like staying super hyped and engaged. We'll just have to see how long it lasts for before people are like, just tell me the price. I think it's already getting to that point, but yeah, we'll have to see who's closest. I should just put a poll on my YouTube channel. What do you think the price should be for Enshrouded? Just didn't, was invested enough. Yeah, so I think it's just a learning curve a little bit for some of the controls, but it's not too bad. And I think they're even going to improve upon that because some people did have a bit of a tough time with the building system. It wasn't too bad for me, but I could see how for some people, especially if you're not coming from a already building game like Valheim or something, it could be a little bit tricky to learn, especially with the blueprint thing. Cool thing about the flame altar, you can just find an old abandoned village and set up shop around it and rebuild the broken house. Yeah, totally. That's what's amazing is you can rebuild anything. You could just pop your flame altar in an old village and renovate the whole village. I think some people started doing that actually in the demo. Unfortunately, they Enshrouded or King Games took down all the screenshots from people's builds from the demo in the Discord. They deleted that channel because I think they want to start fresh when early access comes out. But yeah, there was some cool stuff. Let's see here. Need to rekey at the beginning. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, so I think I found that a lot of the default ones are pretty good, but I think like Control, Alt, and Shift were some that I decided to change, I think, or Control and Shift or something, just from what I was used to with the way I had it in Valheim. But it's honestly, it was pretty good setup default. So I kind of got, just be careful when you're changing keys because there's a lot of keys that do a lot of things in this game. So just be sure you look through all of it just to not get confused. It'll take a little bit. Don't let your excitement get in the way and like start setting a key to do like 10 things or something. Yeah, you can build everywhere except for on the, like in the vaults where you rescue the NPCs and stuff. You can't build inside them, obviously, because they need the quest system to work in there with all the complex stuff that's happening inside them. But yeah, you can't build in those. But aside from that, everywhere you see in the world, you can build. The price discussion is taking over their Discord. Yeah, it is. If I open Discord, I don't know. I don't think I'll put it on screen right now, just in case some stuff. But yeah, if I go to Enshrouded Discord, everybody's going about the price. They're not even going to the dedicated price chat. That's funny. Yeah. Didn't know the squiggle key was called. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of keys used in this game that I don't know. Some of them I'll be like, yeah, it's the apostrophe key or something. I don't know. Your buddy said it was more controller friendly. than most survival crafting games. That's awesome. Yeah, so I think they did, what did they say on their Steam page here? Yeah, it does Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers. So it does have full controller support, and that's really good to know. That's really good to know that they've like already optimized that and done that. That's cool. Yeah, glad to hear controller support is on point. Yeah, that's something that's really awesome. I know Valheim took a bit before they kind of accepted that and did that change. Yeah, guessing around 40. Yep, that's a pretty good guess. Can't wait for what people come up with. This sandbox is early access. Yeah, they build their own. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, modders will definitely go bonkers if it opens itself up to modding. That is for sure. Oh, that's a great question. Someone in Twitch chat. Anyone on the demo install a Steam Deck on Steam Deck? I don't think so, because Steam Deck only had, I think it was only 4 gigabytes of video RAM, if I'm not mistaken. That was actually something that, who was it? Someone who was commenting on my videos before was trying it, or tried to install it on Steam Deck, but said it didn't work because of the graphics RAM. So I think it will work after early access, because like I said, they're hoping to get it down to 4 gigabytes of video RAM. Right now it's at 6, but for early access, they haven't updated these yet. So we'll see. We'll see if it works on Steam Deck for early access, but it doesn't mention it in here. So Steam Cloud, that's really awesome that it's doing that. Steam Achievements, that's really cool. But yeah, I don't know about Steam Deck, unfortunately. They probably will accept it if they can get it down to 4 gigabytes of video RAM. Their first game, Portal Knights, was great. Yeah, you have over 1,000 hours in it. Oh, that's amazing. I haven't played it, but I've heard it was really good, and that was something that I think made a lot of us confident that that Enshrouded would be really good, because they already had a successful first game and they kind of knew. Because I think Portal Knights was all voxel based and everything as well, wasn't it? And yeah, any ideas about pricing? Yeah, you can just keep guessing. Under $50. Under $50 is what the devs have said, but yeah, they don't want to tell us just yet. They want us to keep guessing. They want us to like be as engaged as possible in their Discord server, spamming every chat about the price. That was funny. They're like created the whole chat. They're getting so fed up with people spamming everywhere. Like, what's the price? It's interesting though. I don't know why they chose to do that, but I guess that's their choice. As long as it's like they've confirmed it's a one-time payment. It's not going to be like a monthly subscription. It's not going to be anything that's unheard of. So, you know, at least they've confirmed that. So we can only hope for the best. 50 is way too much. Yeah, it'll probably be under that. A lot of people are guessing around the $30 mark, I'd say, if I was to pick one. $34.99, that's my guess. What survival mechanics are currently in place for release? That's a good question. So I didn't get a chance to test out everything, so I won't be able to tell you all the details, but in terms of like general survival mechanics of the game, there is no hunger or thirst or things like that. Like, you won't die from those things, but you will, so anything that you eat or consume will give you an extra buff. So like you can see, you know, in this picture or video or whatever up at the top, it's the green is your health bar and the blue I think is your mana bar, I'd like to say. And then that'll be default, but when you consume better food, that will just continue going up. So health and stamina and thirst and mana and all that sort of stuff, you can eat 3 foods at a time, just like Valheim, and they could each do different things, you know. You can also drink potions and stuff, which can help with stamina and mana and other things with magic abilities. But it really just boosts it from what it already is, instead of making it, instead of you like dying from it. So again, a little less grindy than some survival games, which could be a good or bad thing. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. But yeah. Yeah, take it to the price, chat. Yep. Yeah, drinking water gives you stamina. Yep. Yeah, water and meat and what else? The berries, I think, were kind of my main food for the demo period and the beta and stuff, because I didn't have a chance to do the farming and unlock better stuff. So, but I'm sure they'll have a good food system. People are gonna buy it anyway. It'll probably cost, yeah. Yeah, it will be a very good game. I believe other companies are going to take a stab at this genre soon. Yeah, we're already seeing a lot of that for sure. Light No Fire, that's another one I've been really stoked for. Yeah, Light No Fire is pretty cool. We could take a look at the trailer for that soon too if we wanted. But that's procedural. It's like a procedural Earth by the creators of No Man's Sky. And you ride dragons, crafting, building, survival, pretty environment. I think a lot of games are on the right track. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, almost voxel and underrated in terms of capabilities. Lack graphics though. Yeah, for Empyrean. Okay. Am I aware of any raid mechanics or similar that will be live on release? So base raiding is currently not a thing. That is something that you can vote on if they add it in the future. But currently, it's not PvP. It is only PvE. The thing that you could do if you really wanted to get like, either fancy or mean with your friends, is that you could chuck your little hand grenade TNT things or TNT barrels at them and blow up their stuff and their base and kill them that way if you wanted to with the TNT. Aside from that, though, mobs will not raid your base, at least as of now. They may start doing that when you advance to further biomes. Another thing I should mention is you can't build in the Shroud. You have to either build above it or right on the edge of that. That's something I should have mentioned before. You can dig it and get anything you want from the Shroud, but you just can't build in it, I don't think. At least not with the low-level flame altar. And yeah, no base raids. They'll follow you into your base, which they've done for me, but they won't attack it. Yeah, the Shroud will kill you if you don't pay attention. Yep. Light No Fire, Arc with just dungeons. Or Arc with just dragons. Yeah. Arc is, well, and Arc even has like, well, Arc 2 is pretty anticipated. I almost got Arc Survival Evolved because the building in that was kind of revamped, done a little better. But I might get Arc 2, we'll see. I don't know what their roadmap is for that. But yeah, that's another great one. Yeah. Didn't have any problems with the wolves when you're building until the last hour you played. Maybe they just got tired of me being there. Yeah. So they for the most part, if you build, especially by the spawn, stuff won't really spawn. They don't spawn in your flame altar area, and like you really have to try to make them follow you in there and come into your area. Otherwise they'll pretty much leave you alone when you're right at the spawn area. It's pretty chill. I don't have to get Arc. Yeah, I've heard it's kind of been hit or miss. I mean, if we look at the reviews for like Arc Survival Ascended and stuff, it's not that, like, it's mixed. It's not that great, and some people are saying it's really buggy. It's really this, that, So I'm just holding off for now. At least we'll see what Arc 2 is. But aside from that, I'm not going to do it just yet. Yeah, you would for sure wait on Arc. Yeah, that's kind of my view. That's kind of my view on it. Yeah, you love the building, but way too many problems. Yeah, I think the one thing that got me onto it was, like, I think someone put a video out of, like, building a tree house and a beach house or something in it, and it looked pretty cool. And I was like, oh, that's cozy. That's nice. But it didn't really, it didn't really appeal to me as much as, especially something like Enshrouded or Valheim or whatever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A lot of stuff can tempt me to, like, be like, oh, I want this game, but then I'll, like, end up with way too much. And then I won't start, like, really enjoying the game for what it is, which is what I really want. That's what I want this community to be as well. I want to really create, like, a nice environment, a cozy spot to just have fun with the game and not feel that, like, the pressure, so to speak. You weren't implementing any reviews? Okay, yeah. Good night. Hope you all have fun. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Can you dig into and upwards in a mountain or only straight line and down? You can dig in, up, everywhere you want. So think of the terrain like Minecraft combined with Valheim. So it's Minecraft with a quarter of the size blocks, but then it's like Valheim in the sense that it doesn't look blocky. They all just mesh together, so you can still use the hoe, the rake, the shovel, the pickaxe, and the hammer even to just like sculpt something. You know, I showed this image earlier, the sculpted skeleton. You can build that in the terrain. You can build whatever you want. But then, yeah, it's similar to Minecraft where it's not structural. You can dig up around wherever you want. You can make a whole like ant's nest inside a mountain if you wanted to, which could be kind of cool. Monty is what is keeping Ark going. Yeah, okay. Yeah. If they open the Enshrouded world up to modding, I bet you it'd be pretty popular for a long time. Dinosaurs and Dragons, Light No Fire has dragons. Yeah. Light No Fire and Ark might be pretty similar. We'll see. That's a good point. Landmark, okay. I have not played Landmark. It's one I've heard of, but yeah, my inventory is pretty limited to just like, you know, I'll look at stuff, but it takes a bit for it to like come into my wish list and be like, okay, I'm gonna play that, because I prefer sticking with a few really, really good survival game stuff that I'll like really learn. So as first Valheim, I'm gonna really commit to a lot of Enshrouded as well. But we'll see. I mean, you know, if Landmark is that one on is that just an abbreviation, or I'm not finding it on Steam? Because we have Palworld, interesting. The only thing you don't like is no structural support needed for builds. Yeah, that could be beneficial or not beneficial. You know, maybe they could have like an iron block that you could, you know, reinforce areas with. I don't know. But yeah, I think they'll leave it pretty like, or maybe even if they had like no structural support for terrain, but then they added structural support for builds. So like you could still build flying islands in the sky, like, you know, the Avatar world or something, and create like this fantasy environment with the terrain, but then still your structures would require a stability, but terrain wouldn't. That could be cool, actually. I don't know. Oh, EverQuest Landmark. Okay. I don't know if that comes up. Why is it not, it's seriously not coming up. Is it not on Steam? I don't know. Is it on Epic Games or something else? Don't forget Nightingale comes out February 22nd. Yep, that's gonna be a good one. Yeah, all these games coming out really close. It's pretty crazy. That's dead. You so want to spoil what I'll try to build. The anticipation is killing me. Yeah. Chiselchip, how's this game gonna be better than Palworld? I don't know the exact answer to that because I haven't played Palworld. I've looked at a lot of Palworld though. I know Asmongold has been streaming a lot of Palworld lately. But it basically, I think it's the graphics that really does it for me. Palworld is more of like the animated fantasy style graphics. This is more like realistic, like earthy. It's hard to describe, but I think Palworld has like, it's so popular because of the great like gameplay and quests and like fun aspect of it. I think it's just a little, like, if I had to put it into one word, like a little less serious, so to speak, than Enshrouded, in terms of like being more playful, fun, and you know, and that's kind of shown in the graphic style and things, versus Enshrouded being more of this like super cozy, just relaxed, simple, yet not so simple. I mean, it's hard, you know, don't take my word on it entirely, but same as Grounded and Small World. Yeah, it's Grounded. Oh yeah, and Small Land Survive the Wilds is another. Yeah, so those two, they've got some building. His arc with Pokemons. Okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I've had Grounded and Small Land Survive the Wilds and stuff on my wish list for a while. I haven't gotten them yet, but they look good. Yeah, Under a Rock. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, Under a Rock is one that I've actually been following them now for about a year and a half. When they first started announcing some stuff about their game. I think it'll be a ways out because it is a super tiny dev team, but that one looks amazing. I actually did a video on my channel, like everything we know so far about Under a Rock kind of thing. And it looks great. So that's the type of graphics that are like right on the edge of like between Enshrouded and Palworld graphics. So it's like a little more of that anime style for Under a Rock, very stylist graphics. But it's like, it's still kind of in the cozy, fun building enough. But yeah, that's a very interesting one. I really like the tropical, lighthearted island survival. The pet system and tame system and creature AI of Under a Rock is, I think, what's going to do really well for that game. That's going to be a fun one. The building in Palworld just isn't good. Catching and breeding pals is. Okay, gotcha. So I think Palworld and Under a Rock might actually be more similar than Palworld and Enshrouded. Yeah. Palworld has an art style. Yeah. Identity crisis, yeah. Can't get over the style of the environment, contrasted by the bright purple and pink things running around. Yeah, it feels like, it feels a little Fortnite-y graphics, but a little different. Like, it's really great, don't get me wrong. You know, it clearly has an audience. It was one of the most sailed games. Like, yeah, they made so much off that game in the first like couple days. It's crazy. So it's obviously great, you know. It's got its own style for the graphics. Yeah, and one game doesn't have to be better than another. Just depends on what style you like, totally. Or what mood you're in. Exactly. After these mechanics, Arc, Conan, yeah. Very innovative. Or very few innovations have been made. The games are great. Very difficult to bring it to another level than just change the environment or skins. Yeah. I'd say we're kind of at a breaking point with Unreal Engine 5 and stuff coming out of, like, you know, we're really getting to nice environments now. I think that's something we'll see a lot of this year with games, especially with Lumen and Nanite and stuff from Unreal Engine 5. So I think that'll be really cool. I'm really curious to see what ends up happening. And then, you know, after that, once we kind of hit a tipping point, I'm sure they'll start adjusting the game itself, you know, game mechanics and things to be different. We'll see. It's interesting to follow the development. I think we're at an age right now where, like, technology is just, it's crazy. Graphics cards and everything can just handle so much. I think it's like, stuff is developing so fast. A few of my questions to them on X has showed up. A lot of YouTube videos people have done. Yeah. I'm curious if the characters look much different in Enshrouded. You love the little characters we had in the demo. You love the little characters. If they look much different in Enshrouded, so I think they'll be like are you wondering if they'll change them from what they were in the demo to what they will be in early access? I think they'll stay pretty much the same. Because yeah, they are tiny. They're not. It's not quite like Grounded, where you're like super small and wildlife is still small, you know, in comparison. But I like how the trees and rocks and environment just seem so vast, especially when you're like on the glider, being able to glide out over all the environment, being as small as you are. I like the proportions. Oh, for Under Rock. Okay. I'm torn on whether you should get Palworld or Enshrouded, and waiting for Enshrouded to drop is killing you. Yeah, I won't be getting Palworld right now. It's cool, but I just don't have time. I would, you know, I've got a lot of fun games that I'd love, But yeah, time-wise and for the channel-wise, I will be doing Enshrouded. And yeah, I'll be starting on Wednesday. I'll download the game. I've booked it. So I will, yeah, we'll start off with episode 1. We'll do a lot of like fun, uncut adventure, building, get the hang of things, and then really start doing lots of building in it. I think that's my favorite thing. That's what you'll find on my channel is lots of fun building, and just more the cozy, relaxed adventure side of things. And of course, we'll go on fun combat adventures and boss fights and all that fun stuff too. But emphasis on building and cozy for sure. The amount of decorating Nightingale has you hyped. Yeah, Nightingale's got some crazy, like the whole Gaslamp fantasy vibe is really gonna add a lot to the, like, that's a unique game. They really, I think that's why that one's climbing up on the charts, because they really took that one into a unique direction. With the story, with the like realm cards concept and realm travelers and portals and like procedurally generated environments that are entirely up to how you create them. It's, you know, it's definitely has a lot of potential. Yeah, Small Land is really good. Yeah, I like that game. I haven't played it. I almost played it. I actually almost got it and did a series on it, but yeah, time-wise, I had to prioritize, but yeah, it's a really great one. I'd say I'd almost get that one above Grounded based on just the graphic style and the cozy feel of it. For my style personally. You think Enshrouded will be better than Palworld? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. A lot of people who have played Palworld are saying they'll be getting Enshrouded. It's definitely up there. So I think, yeah, again, it's hard to say what's better than something else, but it definitely has a massive audience of its own. That's for sure. Yeah, it's way too fast. Yeah, the development of technology and everything, it's so fast. It's hard to keep up with everything that's happening. You know, I feel like, yeah, even just getting graphics cards to be able to do something like this, to be able to stream in 1440p, like this is not too bad. But like if I was playing Enshrouded and streaming this, it's like, I kind of needed at least 30 series or 40 series graphics card. And it's like, well, in another few years, if games are going to start requiring like 12 gigabytes of video RAM, like we got to keep building new PCs, and then the rare earth metals, and it's going to be crazy. Well, I don't know like when to say, hey, we're reaching a point in the technology where like, I don't know how sustainable resources are going to keep being. Because we've obviously seen graphics card crises, like with the shortages and stuff with COVID and everything. So you never know. Right now we seem to be fine, but you obviously never know. Palworld is fun. Yeah, it looks really fun. You'll be living in Embervale. Yeah. And that was that the first town name in Enshrouded, or was that just like the world of Embervale? Was that the name for Enshrouded? Probably says somewhere in here. I don't think so. Yeah, there's a lot of the lore and story stuff that I didn't go too much into in the demo, so I'm really excited to do some more of that in the full playthrough. Like really taking my time to read all of the like pages and text and kind of get a history of it, because that'd be fun. You'll be playing both. Palworld came out of nowhere. It's been fun. We were playing on Enshrouded already. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Palworld definitely came out of nowhere. That's for sure. I didn't know about it till like, I think later last week. I wasn't following it for a long time. You need a second job. Too many gamers are coming over the next... Yeah, too many games are coming over the next 5 to 6 months. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like you gotta, like, time-wise for me, it's like I have it so that I'll work in the summer doing excavation, and I do post a little less frequently in the summer, and then in the winter when like here where I'm, it's cold, it's snowy, I don't do the contracting work. Then I'll cozy up inside and do some games, and just kind of have the excavation stuff keep, you know, try to save up and pay for throughout winter. And then between this channel and my personal channel, which I also have, where I've been doing build videos of like how I built my studio and other random videos and mountain biking and all my other interests, you know, I make a little bit of income. It's nothing crazy though. You definitely can't. I'd say I'd need to get up to like 100,000 subs to start actually having YouTube be something where I could be like, oh, it's a second job. But in the gaming industry, like, it doesn't pay a whole lot. It's just more out of like the fun, cozy sense of like, I just love building the community. And that's really been where it's at for me. I love the community. It's great to see it all grow and turn something relaxing, like a fun hobby, into something that can be shared experience amongst everyone. Is the community really toxic? No. Yeah, that's the nice thing. So I used to play Minecraft when I first started, like a long time ago, a little bit, and that community was a little more toxic. I didn't like it as much, and that's why I quit. I played, and then when I started up Valheim, I was like pleasantly surprised at how freaking amazing it was. And so I started that, and like, I bet Enshrouded is going to be similar. It's just a much more mature audience. Very, very awesome sort of a community. In my experience, I really like the community of like Valheim and Enshrouded compared to Minecraft and Fortnite communities. You know, some people have a preference, but I really like it. You love that little house with the cornfield farm. Yeah, can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of that town either. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. The farming, or it was around this area, wasn't it? Or no, these are player built structures. This was like a picture that they must have done. But it was, I think it must have been. Let's see, do they have a picture of that area? They might have a picture of that area somewhere. The farming area, that was a really pretty area. But yeah, all of this stuff, all of these are all like, this is the new biome that we never had access to. This new desert biome. This is going to be fun. I mean, just look at that. That looks like a pre-existing structure or something. Like, we can explore all this stuff. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. That's just insane. Hobby turning into a profession is the best of both worlds. Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. That's kind of, I've always been like, you can't push it too far. You know, I could go on about that because ever since middle school, really, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. My first job was working for a tire shop, and I really hated it. And so I quit and started my own handyman business doing home repairs for people, and it kind of just grew from there. And because I just liked being sort of more on my own terms, and but it definitely, you know, I liked woodworking. I liked doing crafts and building stuff as a kid. And I think turning it into a job can also wreck the hobby part of it if you're not careful. And so to some things, like I used to be into lutherie, actually, making all my own stringed instruments. I mean, you can see a guitar behind me and stuff in my camera. And I liked playing instruments and building them. And then I thought about selling them because people were like, oh, you're really, really good at this. You could sell instruments for a living. And it kind of took it out of me a bit, and I took a break. I just stopped building them because I got overwhelmed. So I think it's a really fine line. And that's where like I'm really careful with everything I choose of like, okay, how much YouTube do I want? How much of this do I want? Because like, it wouldn't be fun for you guys if I was burnt out doing it either, right? It's like we all want to have a good experience. Or same thing for building stuff. It's like I want my customers to feel like I'm really enjoying it as well. And I want to be really enjoying it as well. So yeah, it's a fine line. It's a funny process doing the entrepreneurial route, and it doesn't work for everyone. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey. Yeah, the Harvest Homestead. Yeah, totally. That's what that area is called. I can't imagine what they'll do with the snow biome, but it's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, that's something we didn't really get a ton of in the demo and stuff. The snow biome, like, there weren't any creatures or stuff up there. There was the crunchy sound of feet. We got cold. We had the snow swirling around. It was really cool. It was a really cool biome, but I do hope they add more to it, because like this picture right here looks pretty developed for this desert biome. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in here that we can't quite make out, but I hope they do give a little more to the mountain biome. That would be fun. And I'm sure they will. I think their real priorities are to get the game working well, to get all the content in there, you know, the biomes and stuff, and then they'll sort of go back and revamp, add the stuff, you know, add the quality of life stuff, add more items, add more adventure, add more mobs and farming and stuff like that. 3 things you like about me: no bad words, very good at explaining, kind and positive vibes. Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, that's just my style, you know. I like, I think that's the reason for such a good community. I was, when I launched my Valheim community server, I was very shocked at how amazing the people were that signed up. We have like the most amazing group of, I think it's like 18 people right now on the Valheim server. And they're just awesome. And it just like, it warmed my heart when they were all like, you know, we just need some like Chiselchip in our life right now, just some like relaxing, fun, like, and that's honestly, like, I was like, yes, that's where I fit in. It's so helpful sometimes to like see yourself through what other people say about you in that sense of like, you know, when it's like, okay, people like the way I talk or explain stuff or the vibes and things. It's like, okay, it makes me more confident about like, yes, this is the genre of games or stuff that I want to go into, that I feel I'm good at. I feel like I'm myself at, you know, I don't feel like I have to like try to be one of those like Mr. Beast type YouTubers or crazy YouTubers that's like, you know, in this video I'm gonna, you know, I was like, I don't feel like I have to yell at the mic constantly or do like all this stuff that would take energy out of me. So it's always nice to like further refine my my passions as I go along. But yeah, thanks. I'm really stoked to have all of you in this community. It's been such a fun adventure. It's draining. I see not everything has to turn to gold. Can you destroy in-game buildings as well? Yeah, you can. You can destroy anything you see building-wise, again, except for the vaults where the NPCs are. Like some of the locations, like all the villages and stuff, you can destroy any of that to get the resources for the blocks and stuff. Yeah, you can destroy everything. Yeah. Well, this was quite a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of anything else that that you guys would want to know or that I could speak on right before we wrap it up. I will probably head out for dinner at some point, as much as I would love to be on streaming. It's been a ton of fun. So thank you all so much for joining. And I feel like we went over some pretty good questions today. I'll do a quick overview of what you could expect from my episodes, for those of you wondering. So yeah, we ran a poll. I'll be doing around 30-ish minute episodes, more or less, depending on what feels we need to cover. A lot of uncut, cozy, fun survival gameplay up front, and then eventually as we progress and you kind of get the hang of the game, we can start, you know, fast forwarding through some of the resource gathering or doing more live streams like this with the resource gathering and adventures, and then doing lots of building for the videos and kind of developing a fun little village and just having a ton of fun with this game, you know, depending on how it goes. I'm really excited. Kind of lost Valheim because the experience with others wasn't as good. Don't know if you can dive back in, build enough on other servers. Yeah. I think the experience for multiplayer on this game is going to be amazing, especially with the infinite resource concept. I think it'll be really nice. Because yeah, even if you had someone, say, on a server who decided to leave and never come back, all you have to do is go to their base and destroy their flame altar, and in 4 days, their game will, like their area will revert back to the normal terrain, so someone else could go and claim that spot to build. I think there's a lot of ways this game could be really good as multiplayer, and I'm really excited to see how those all unfold as it starts aging, or mods are starting to be created and things. Yeah, thanks for the stream. Looking forward to it. Heck yeah. Yeah, I will start creating the first video of Enshrouded as soon as it installs. So my internet speed is factor number 1. I have pretty good internet speed, so it'll probably, you know, I don't know, 30 minutes-ish to install. But then yeah, I'm going to start creating the first episode and hopefully have it published Wednesday evening. And then, yeah, I won't be going live for the first episode. I've got a lot of live streams, including this one and stuff from the Enshrouded demo stuff. But, yeah, so this will be more of like a video series with lots of live streams mixed into it as we have longer adventures. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. But yeah, I do plan to get right on it as soon as it comes out. Just got your new GPU. Wish me luck explaining to my wife. Oh, Isaac. Well, I'm glad I've convinced you. Yeah, you know, you could try it on the old one, but you'll like the experience with how beautiful the graphics are. Yeah. Yep. Just get a second job and yep. You'll be fine. You could say it's an architecture game. You're designing like I don't know. You can make up the excuse. All right. Oh yeah, the altar deletes it. Can it save it as blueprints? Yeah, so that was a question I think I kind of went over a little bit ago, but yeah, the altar thing, I'll answer that quick before I wrap it up. So yeah, when you destroy the altar, your land, everything you built there, if you don't destroy it, or replace your altar, it'll like revert back to normal within about 3 or 4 in-game days. I don't know the exact number. Or like when you log out and log back in. But you can't, as of now, save your entire build as a blueprint. You just have blueprints for like pieces of that build. It's like a blueprint for your entire wall section. So rather than placing it block by block, you can just place the wall section or the entire roof section instead of placing it block by block. So that's more of the blueprint system in this game rather than the full build blueprint. But yeah, from that point, it wouldn't be too hard for them to add a full-on build blueprint system, which could be a really cool thing to add. So yeah, like I said, any of you who want to vote on things, I'll throw this link in the chat again, just so you can have it. Just to be able to, yeah, check that link out. You can vote on things that are already like concepts and stuff, or add a suggestion for like blueprints or, you know, stuff like that. We've come up with a lot of great stuff in this stream here. So yeah. And this will give the devs a sense of how many people want a certain thing. You know, the weather system and adding water are 2 of the biggest right now, which are great. Those are on the top of my list as well. Yeah, there are blueprints for terrain. So there are blueprints for almost everything. So you could place like a 8x8 chunk of terrain instead of just a 1 block. You could place a terrain ramp. You could place, yeah, all sorts of things that are pretty nice with the blueprint system, that's for sure. And then you kind of place the big blueprint chunks, and then you refine it block by block to like get it perfect after the fact, which I really like. And you can use the hoe and pickaxe and stuff for that. But yeah. So yeah, with that said, I really appreciate you all joining. It's been a super fun stream. I'm so glad it worked out. I hope the quality and the audio was okay. I know in the past my mic was having a desync issue, and I've never done Twitch and YouTube before, so like I said, this was an experiment, and hopefully it turned out well. And if it did, I'd love to do some more conversations with you all, because this was a lot of fun. Yeah, in the meantime, I may or may not have a video between now or Wednesday. Yeah, I don't have one planned. I had one that I was thinking possibly doing, but I may just take Tuesday off and rest up, get ready for Enshrouded, and see you all then. And we've got one last comment, another one about the price. It won't finish out without the price comment. It'll be under 50, but they will not announce it till release date. Yeah, thank you. It was really fun. Heck yeah. All right. Well, you all have an amazing rest of your day. For anyone joining right now, feel free to watch the replay. It will be up on YouTube. You can get some good info. I think we covered a lot of stuff today. This was great. It was a fun conversation. So yeah, be sure to subscribe for more Enshrouded, of course. And of course, I'll do some Valheim build videos and stuff throughout as well, because I still, of course, love that. And then yeah, join my Discord server through the link in the description for any of you that want to continue talking, sharing input and everything like that. And with that said, I will see you on the next one. All right, cheers.